Welcome, friends. Thank you for joining us. My name is Chris, and this is the O2 Drop. You are listening to your favourite and world's best made for adults VGC Pokemon podcast coming to you from Perth, no longer the home of a regional championship. Sadly, it moved to Sydney, probably a good thing for our guest tonight. But first of all, I am here with Dan.
Yes, I'm here. Also, no longer the home of Dan shortly.
Yes, you're also leaving us. Everything we love and cherish is leaving us. And for those panicking, wondering where Joel is, so our usual other hosts, Mark and Joel, are still either in Sydney or just got back from Sydney and weren't able to make it tonight. Same with Kieran, same with Alistair. So they're all busy. So you just got me and Dan, but we have a very, very special guest for you. Exclusive interview, I hope, so far. It is your Sydney 2026 VGC Masters Regional Champion, Drew Bliss.
Hello. That is still crazy to hear that. It's been one day, but it's still insane.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Look, it was an amazing performance. And it was so exciting being there, like sitting like front row of the VGC stream watching you win. And I was like, this guy's going on the podcast. He's got style, he's got charisma, he's got talent at Pokemon. Let's get him on. And so thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, of course. Happy to be here.
He's been dubbed in real life dragon trainer, I saw on Twitter as everyone's retweeting.
I saw that too. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like that's a mischaracterization a bit. I feel that if I was going to be an any type trainer, I'd be a poison type trainer.
Oh.
Or a ghost type trainer.
Yeah, we haven't had a ghost type on your team, which we'll go into later, but there was no poison type.
Yeah.
What's going on?
You know what? As much as I love poison types, there's one good poison type in this format, and I absolutely hate it. So I think we all know which mushroom.
Oh, yeah. Hang on, I run Weezing's good.
No, Weezing's solid. Until Weezing gets Helping Hand, it will not be on my team. That's fair. I've had so many teams that I've built that I'm like, if Weezing had Helping Hand, I would put it on this team in a heartbeat. And then I look at its move pool and I'm like, so what does this do? It just sits on the field and does nothing, which is sometimes enough.
I don't understand the distribution of Helping Hand because I had to do like a side event pack battle thing where we had to build a team based on cards you pull from a booster pack. And I got Shroomish, which gets Helping Hand. It doesn't have limbs.
It's like how Whooper gets Ice Punch.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
So to start things off, we always interview, when we interview a big name guest like yourself, we get the easy questions first out of the way. So first of all, Please tell us how you got into Pokemon as a franchise.
Oh my goodness. I got into Pokemon through my brother when I was, probably 4 or 5. My first game was actually Emerald, which ironically was the shirt that I was wearing at the venue. He really loved it, and we just kind of did everything together growing up. So it was just like I just naturally kind of got into it through him, and then got my own Game Boy Advance, and then played Emerald. I actually went back and played Silver. And then I remember playing Diamond and Pearl, Platinum, and then my favorite generation, Black and White. I've always loved it since like 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's a bit like a drug, isn't it? Like it's like
absolutely.
They start you young, get you hooked.
Yeah, like because we've all kind of grown up with Pokemon, right? Like you think, like you see other types of games that have been around a bit longer, whatever, and you got people like maybe they're like 50s, 60s at events playing a game. You're like, oh, it's a bit weird. But when it's Pokemon, it's like, oh, that makes sense because it's like they've just played their whole adult life, like from a kid, and now exactly. We're all old. Yeah. And then how did you transition from playing just yourself, like single player cartridge? Or how'd you get into competitive Pokemon?
So it was also through my brother. One of his best friends, I think when he was in either middle school or high school, I I remember, oh shoot, what was it called? It was before Showdown. It was called Pokemon Online. And I remember going over to his house with my brother and playing games with each other on Pokemon Online. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. You can pick like whatever moves you want on any Pokemon, as long as they're like actually able to get that, obviously. But I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I was absolutely horrible at it. I remember trying to use I remember my first team had like Regenerator Tangrowth, and that was like the only decent thing on it. Everything else was horrible.
Cooking.
Yeah, yeah. So I got into it through my brother and I guess his friend, but then neither of them play really anymore. My brother kind of keeps up with it because of me, but yeah, I just kind of got hooked from there. And then Showdown came out a couple of years later. I got super into that, and then yeah, I was just always a singles player though, not a VGC player.
Yeah, I started singles. Dan, did you start with singles?
Yeah, I think that was like what all you really had back in the day, right? And then it's like, oh, doubles is
It kind of was, yeah.
And I remember those stressful days where you'd like want to build a set, and then you got, because I used to go to like, some shopping centers, like food courts, to play little like friendly tournaments with people locally.
Yeah.
And you want to build a set,
literally.
and like you've been practice online or Showdown, whatever, and then you realize that, oh, this move is actually like some exclusive Japanese event from like 15 years ago that you can't get again.
Yes.
It's like, that was always heartbreaking.
Like Eruption Heatran or something.
Yeah, or like Extreme Speed Lanoon or something like that.
Yes. And like Soft-Boiled Clefable and Chansey.
Yes.
Or not Chansey, it's Clefable.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And if you wanted like
stuff, they had
hits,
crazy
and if you wanted like certain hidden abilities with like certain moves, you had to be through like that Dream Park thing, which like got discontinued after like only in a couple of years. I swear, like you couldn't do it anymore, and all of a sudden you couldn't get things in certain balls with certain abilities. And thank God all those days are behind us.
But hey, what Champions coming out?
Thank goodness.
We'll have.
Oh, it might come out. I mean,
it might.
Yeah. Is it coming out? Do we know this for sure?
Look, we've had a good track record of every time we record on a Monday that they announce something either Tuesday morning or Monday night. So
just by us recording right now, we are forcing it to be released this week.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I actually think they said something at the as a Super Bowl ad today or something. They had some sort of 30th anniversary thing. I think I saw.
They did. Yeah. It was like, what's your favorite Pokemon or something?
We are.
Yeah, something like that.
That was the fun fact. The budget for the Super Bowl ad costs more than the entire budget of ZA.
So
what?
I'm going to read this exact tweet because this was my tweet of the week. I do a tweet of the week segment, Drew. Super Bowl ads are 8 to 10 million for 30 seconds, right? So Pokemon had a 1 minute ad, had Lady Gaga and a bunch of other athletes and celebrities saying their favorite Pokemon and why. And it was a nice ad, right? Great. That ad would have cost them $20 million excluding production costs. So even more. The entire budget for Legends ZA was $13 million.
Well, and how many million do you think they booked on like the booking fee, or they paid for like the booking fees for like Gaga and stuff? Like,
exactly, yeah.
Also, can I just say that Gaga said that her favorite Pokemon was Jigglypuff, and I played the entire weekend with a Jigglypuff plush next to me.
It was fate.
So I do feel like my nachos are being reheated a bit, but I'll forgive it. I'll let it go, Lady Gaga. It's okay.
All right. Well, if she hears this, just know that she's been warned.
Yeah, this is your final warning.
This is a cease and desist, and Drew will be putting out his own ad on TV to talk about Jigglypuff.
Yes.
We really need to get more like Australian sponsorship deals, I reckon, for VGC players. Let's make it a thing. Nick Khan's been peddling for Adidas sponsorship for like years. So. Let's make it happen if anyone's listening. Oh. So you were playing competitive singles. I mean, I saw that you played in like you did really well in like a Players' Cup in America in like 2021.
Yes.
Was that your first like event?
Yes, that was my very first proper VGC event, which is was like the moment where I'm like, wait, I'm actually like good at this. I had a really deep run in Players' Cup 4, I believe it was. It was the one that was Series 9, the one that was basically the Reg F of Sword and Shield, where like the full DLC decks, all the legendaries, everything is legal. I also had a really, really unique and interesting team back then. I was using Naganadel Hyper Offense. Wow. Naganadel is like probably my second favorite Pokemon of all time. I absolutely love it.
Poison type.
And I had like
dragon.
And dragon.
Yes. And dragon. Oh, the allegations are true. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I am a dragon trainer. But no, I played in that tournament on a complete whim. I was in college at the time. I lived in the middle of nowhere in Texas though, so I like wasn't gonna really be going to like in-person events there. So I kind of had that placement. I think I placed 5th in NA, so I was like 1 game off from qualifying for the World Finals for that, but oh well. But yeah, after that, I was always kind of like, at some point, I want to explore this further, and like see if I can maybe, I guess, kind of have a career in this game. But I just put it off for like the next 3 or 4 years until last year. And I was just like, you know what? I think there's local tournaments in Australia and there's regionals and stuff that I've heard about. So I might as well like go to one and see what happens. And yeah, here we are. So
is there any interesting story behind, like, how did you get from Texas to a Queensland local?
Yeah. To be honest, I graduated college, or well, y'all would call it university or uni. So I graduated uni in 2023 in May, and I had gone on a couple of solo trips in the US, and actually no, just in the US at the time. So like San Francisco and Portland, I believe. And I'd met someone there that said that they did this like program called Work and Holiday in Australia. That they stayed here for like 2 or 3 years and then went home, and it was really fun and they had a great experience doing it. So I started looking into it more. And then, yeah, I just applied for my visa, got approved in like 3 minutes, literally instantly. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to at least give it a shot and go to Australia for a bit. And then, yeah, it's been like 2.5 years now, and now I'm on a student visa. So I guess I'm kind of staying here now, at least till I complete my master's. So yeah, nice. I just wanted to go somewhere different, and I'd heard really good things about the Work and Holiday program. And then once I got here, I just absolutely loved it. And so, yeah, I just wanted to stay.
What's like, honest question, do Australians swear more than Americans?
I don't know. I think it maybe is like a different kind of swearing, because like I swear a lot to the point that like I remember at my first in-person regional that I went at, I was swearing a bunch, and then one of my friends was like, people might get mad at you for doing that because there's like kids here, and I'm like, oh shit.
I get language warnings
like,
every event. Every event I get language warnings.
I do too.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It really just depends on where you go in the US, I think, because like I feel like in my experience, I'd like to think I'm pretty well traveled in Australia. I've been to every state. I've been to every state now, and I just haven't been to Northern Territory and the ACT. But I find that everywhere that I've gone in Australia, the culture and the vibes are relatively similar. Whereas like the vibe in the US between like where I grew up in Texas versus like the vibe in like New York City is completely different. And it's like not even comparable.
Yeah, I can vouch for
yeah.
Well, really,
Yeah.
Queensland is probably the Texas of Australia, right?
Yes, that's what everyone told me when I moved here, and I was like, they're like, why do you live in like the Australian version of the state that you were like trying to leave? I'm like, look, I kind of just ended up in Queensland, but
baby steps.
I like it now.
Yeah. I loved Texas. Like I did I've done
Really?
a Kentucky through America, and also did a road trip through Texas as well. I was there a couple of times for WrestleMania. I'm a bit of a wrestling nerd.
Okay.
And they had it in Dallas one year, and I was there for that. And they had it in New Orleans, but we drove through Texas to get there. Yeah, loved Dallas, loved Austin, loved like Fort Worth. Like I went to like a couple other smaller towns where we just got like, there was like massive sandstorms. We just bunkered down in these little like dive bars and just got shit faced on like, I don't know. It was just
Where
the
were
vibes.
you having a sandstorm in Texas? Were you in West Texas?
We were like butt fuck nowhere, like Amarillo maybe. I don't know where we were.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Amarillo. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Like
And
a
you
little dive
enjoyed
bar.
it?
Some old like Willie Nelson kind of guy was like just giving us his gun to like hold and take photos with, and like $1 drinks.
That was actually my grandfather. No, I'm kidding.
He was getting paid. We were giving him money for it. I think it was like a bit of a running gig that he had. But yeah, no, I have very fond memories of Texas.
The way that actually could be my grandfather, though.
Texas men as well. I have a bit of a weakness for them. I don't know if it's the accent or like just the aura. I don't know.
I can see that perspective from somebody that doesn't live there, but as somebody that has lived there and dated some men in Texas, it's a no for me.
It's bad.
But I understand it, honestly.
It's like, well, I mean, like I would say like Australian guys can be a bit boring. And then you go overseas, you're like, oh my God, a French guy. Oh my God, a Spanish guy. Oh my God. Like, you know.
You want what you can't have.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because I thought I was like enamored with Australian guys when I first got here, and then I dated them, and I was like, wait, never mind.
Yeah, I know. I apologize on behalf of the Australian gay community for our behavior.
You're taking sole responsibility. Thank you, Chris.
That's a big burden to carry.
It is. Yeah. Heavy as the crown.
This kind of is a good segue because I wanted to compliment you on your fashion game. I have been very critical of big name VGC players in the past on streams when everyone's wearing like big grey baggy hoodies and, you know, a lot of like boring, you know, 50 Shades of Beige, kind of like, you know, black and colors, whatever. And every time I see you at a regional, even if it's in Perth, whatever, you're always in some like knitted sleeveless vest or something.
Yes, the gray sleeveless vest. I wear that like every time, and this is like the one time I didn't wear it. And I remember saying on day 2 that I was like, why the one day that I'm like killing it at a regional, why is this like the worst that I've ever been dressed? It was still like, don't get me wrong, it was still somewhat cute and I was like fine with it. But like I usually dress up for these things because like, why not? I like dressing up.
Yeah.
But no, I appreciate it. I'm glad that somebody fucking notices it.
Like, I do.
Nobody said that to me.
You had like a cute, like it was a little polo you were wearing at Sydney. It was like a kind of maroon color.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I had
I was wearing a little. Yes, and then a thread came out of it, and like half of the thing unraveled after day 1. So, I probably won't be wearing that again.
So the event was almost ruined, basically.
Well, yes.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing what you wear at Melbourne. Are you going to go to Melbourne, even though you've got a guaranteed world spot now, which we'll get into in a sec? But are you going to go to Melbourne?
So. I think I will. Yeah. I mean, look, even Melbourne's definitely my favorite city in Australia, and irrespective of Pokemon regionals or anything, I visit there a lot for one reason or another. But I will almost certainly be there. I don't think I have anything better to do in May unless I'm like severely forgetting something.
Like your masters, for example.
Well, who needs that now? I'm actually a professional gamer. No, just kidding. Can't stay in school. But no, I will be there. I think. Let's lock it in. I will be there.
Locking in. He's going to be there. Don't bring the unlucky sweater because you lose apparently when you wear that to the regionals. So
he has to wear the exact same outfit that he wore.
Yeah, we were talking about this before we were recording. Just like roll it back exactly. You know,
it's going to be like winter in Melbourne though. Almost winter. All right. Look. I look forward to whatever it is. I'm sure it'll be great. I know you said that Melbourne's your favorite city. Can we would Perth crack the top 3? Fingers crossed.
To be completely honest, the only time I've been to Perth was for Perth regionals at the very tail end of 2024. And I was like basically there for the regionals and that's it. I did meet a guy that I'm close friends with, and I'm actually going to Mardi Gras with later this month that I'm excited for. But like, so I made a quality connection there with a friend, but other than that, I really did nothing there. So it is hard for me to give a proper opinion on the city, I feel.
All right. Safe answer.
This is a very safe answer.
How do you feel about
that was a pageant answer, but it seems like a lovely city. It seems lovely, but I need to spend more time there.
I can't wait for Dan to Photoshop you in as like a pageant queen for the for the Twitter post for this podcast episode.
It's a great city. I would love to see more of it. At least it's not going to be like a Trump Photoshop, I guess.
So puff piece questions continue because you did say that your second favorite Pokemon was Naganadel or
Yes.
Nagagan. I can't.
Oh my god!
I can't even. I'm having a stroke trying to say it.
I say Naganadel.
Yeah.
I think that's wrong though. I think it's Naganadel or something. I don't know.
Okay, well, if you're listening and you know how to pronounce it,
The Reddit will hear about this. They'll be very angry.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite Pokemon?
That would be Crobat. Crobat's always been my favorite. If it is in a game, it is on my team, guaranteed. Literally every time, even though it is always so bad in game, its learn set is awful. Brave Bird is an egg move. It gets like no good flying moves. It gets no good poison moves other than cross poison. And it is honestly painful to use every time, but I will still use it every time.
No, 100% support. This is it's in my top 5 favorite Pokemon, and I've got graded full art Crobat cards, and I've got the plushie.
Yeah. Single-handedly carrying the Johto Dex on its back.
Literally.
Excuse me, Tyranitar exists.
Well, they're both in my top 5.
Well,
so they're co-carrying. I want to challenge you on that. It's yes, it is a bit of like a niche pick, but I mean, it was huge in like the Xerneas formats, and I think Crobat deserves some respect.
Yeah.
It's only really. It's not really our fault that us Crobat lovers can't use it because, I mean, it hasn't been in a game until ZA. So it was like dexited for 10 years.
No, it was in Sword and Shield. It was just terrible.
It feels like 10 years ago. Drew.
Yeah.
10 years since it was viable.
I tried to use it in Sword and Shield and it was awful. It was so bad.
Also, 130 speed used to be fast, but now it's kind of,
It's not enough. I reckon if it was legal in Reg A or something, fake out immune Tailwind user with 130 speed would have probably seen some sort of play. But now you have I don't know. I feel like you just have other stuff. What comes to mind first is Kilowattrel, which is a sort of similar role, a little bit more offensive, less defensive, but arguably a better ability. That could be up for debate, but I don't know. You have so many other things that can set Tailwind and be fast and support the team.
I mean, I would argue that, Kilowattrel always had to run Sash and was a bit of a Terra hog, Terra Ghost. I think having Inner Focus,
Yeah.
I would have Crobat would have been in my team build, I'll put it that way.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm a team builder that I pick the shipmon that I'm going to build with and I cope until it works. And if it's really horrible, I'd like to think that I'm not delusional enough to force bring it to a regional. However, that is unironic. I'm not even just saying this. That is what I thought I was doing this weekend and I won. So maybe I should be delusional. I don't know. Yeah.
The take-home message, everyone listening, is that you should keep going with those shipmons in your team builder. It's not the Pokemon, it's you. It's a skill issue.
Yeah. That's actually exactly what I was saying. Thank you.
So, favorite overall Pokemon's Crobat. What about favorite competitive Pokemon?
Whimsicott, no question. Yeah. No doubt about it. It is Whimsicott. I absolutely fucking love Whimsicott, and it is on probably at least half the teams that I make. It was on my Players' Cup team in Sword and Shield. It was on my Brisbane Regionals team last year, which was actually the inspiration for building the Sydney team. What else was it on? I mean, it was on my Sydney team, duh. Yeah, it is. Whimsicott first of all, I love her as a Pokemon. She's amazing. I love her. But yeah, as a competitive Pokemon, Prankster Encore and Prankster Tailwind on the same Pokemon is just, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's so good.
CTS Nightmare as well, GC time.
Yes.
It has 8 moves. I hate it.
It's got fake tears.
When the Whimsicott busts out the Trick Room,
yeah.
You're cooked. You are cooked.
I did that once.
Oh my god.
And it's actually
it has so many good troll moves.
Oh yeah.
We need to bring back Snatch on it though. Bring back Snatch, please.
They've got rid of so many good moves that I'd love to have back in the game. But
yeah.
It's a bit sad that regular host Mark Murray, one of the casters from Sydney Regionals, it's unfortunate he's not here because he loves Whimsicott. He's like, no Tornadus. It's always Whimsicott on his team.
No,
he's more of a
Tornadus. Yeah, no, Tornadus is dead to me. I would never use Tornadus ever. First of all, not to say that this is determining which Pokemon I'm using or not. Tornadus is really ugly. I do not like how it looks. I like that alone makes me want to just gravitate towards like the really like cute, like fun Tailwind user. But I also do genuinely believe that Whimsicott is better than Torn, even in this format.
Are you so Mark's always like Focus Sash, 252, like Moonblast offensive. And obviously you use Sash in your team, but do you dabble with bulky Covert Cloak sets, or you just like a Sash?
I think in a format with Torn, I think you have to run Sash, to be honest. Otherwise, especially since Terra Steel Torn is kind of the norm now. If you're running something like Drago, at least, I found that when I was running Covert Cloak, it was just like every single time turn 1, the Torn never clicks Tailwind. They just Terra Steel, and then they have it next to like Flutter Mane or something, for example, and then you miss the Oko with Dragon Energy, and then your Whimsicott dies, and then they just get up Tailwind the next turn. Like, it's not the worst situation to be in ever, but like, I do like the flexibility to kind of be able to live one hit, and especially on this team, because it's like you have Zoroark, which like perpetually is making your opponent hesitate to click Fake Out into anything, because it might just do nothing. So yeah, I mean, look, I can see use cases for Torn, and I do think it's a great Pokemon, but for the way that I play, and I think for a lot of teams, they could definitely branch out and try Whimsicott over Torn. I think it has a lot of merit with Encore.
And it's cute, which is obviously very important.
And it's cute.
No Uggos allowed on regional winning teams.
No. Well, okay, there's Rillaboom and Urshifu on my team, so I can't talk. But
yeah, that's every time I like see like those two and Incineroar like together, I just think of that. The meme we quote all the time.
Incineroar, I can let slide. I can let Incineroar slide, but Rillaboom, I'm sorry, Chop. She's
chopped,
ugly.
They're just.
I'm not a fan of Rillaboom.
It's not. I don't think it's great for the game. I think there's not enough terrain control mons, and I think that it's got like.
I agree.
It's bulky. Woodhammer kills everything, and it's got Fake Out, and it's U-turn and Helping Hand, and
Bulu needs Grassy Glide. Bring him back.
Bulu needs Play Rough too.
That
Holy
as well.
Shit.
Bulu just needs some love.
It needs something, because it is literally just.
It needs
what
Rillaboom.
if Rillaboom was terrible?
It needs Rillaboom to be dexited. That's what it needs. that would fix it.
Literally.
But unfortunately,
it actually would though.
Starters never get dexited though. We know that it sells merch, so you know.
Yeah. Well, a few of them did in Gen 8. No.
Oh God. Okay, so Gen 8 was Sword and Shield. Did we get you're right. I think like Meganium and stuff went in the game. There was a few starters that weren't.
Yeah, I think the Gen 2 ones and maybe Gen 4 were in the game. I could be wrong. I know obviously Ensign was, and I can't remember.
They dexited the least competitively viable starters. How nice of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've got megas now, okay? You leave them alone. I'm so excited with champions. Yeah. But I want to talk, before we talk about your Sydney performance, I want to go back in time, because I did look at your competitive history, way better than mine. And so you talked about the last time the only one time you were in Perth was regionals. It was in 2024. You got 19th.
Yes.
And you were running Executor Sun, which is, first of all, amazing, because I had that in my team builder literally like the Tuesday last week before the regionals. That was my team. It was like, I don't know, modest 12 speed Executor. So it had like Trick Room mode with Indeedee and Expanding Force, but it also had like Torkoal, like Helping Hand Sun mode, and like so go like Chlorophyll. And then it had like Chi-Yu, and it was the most fun team I've ever built, and I was just loving it.
What regulation was this?
Last week, Reg F.
Oh, last week. I thought you were saying for Perth last year. I'm like, you had the Chi-Yu and Reg H.
Yeah. Wasn't I supposed to do that?
Huh?
That's what let him in.
No, it was last week. I got a few players So for context, I have a notorious thing where I have like a team crisis right before every regional. Suddenly my team's shit and it has the worst matchup into everything. So it's become known as a team crisis. And this year I was like, I'm going to get on top of this. I organized a Team Crisis Summit on our podcast Discord, which you can be part of if you subscribe for $3 a month. Quick spruik. And we had like a 4-day summit where I was on the Discord like basically 24/7 just scrimming. And the team I had bringing to regionals was going to be like this Executor Sun team. And then players better than me like Kieran and Alistair Sandover, like they talked me out of it. So
and you should never ask me about these things because I will encourage it.
Noted. Next time I need a yes man, Drew Bliss is the man.
Yeah, if you need to be told yes to run something suboptimal at a regional, call me. I will always be in favor.
and then it wasn't just that. So you also ran Executor Sun in Vegas last year, where you got 71st.
Yes.
Which is pretty good considering the number of people that were at that regional. Is Executor Sun like just something that you gravitate towards? Like, tell me about that.
So funny story making the team. The guy that I was dating at the time, this was back in 2024. He was also really into Pokemon, and he was sort of was into competitive. And so we built like this hard Trick Room team together with Executor on it. And we were planning on going to Perth together to go to regionals, which is kind of why I was going with him. And then we broke up in October and the regionals were like in December. And then I started fiddling with the team and I completely changed it to like this, super fast hyper offense, Psy-Spam Sun team that like you could also technically set up Trick Room for. But it was mostly like super fast explosive hyper offense. And yeah, it kind of just evolved even past Perth. Cause I remember the funny thing about Perth is it was my very first regional and I made, as you said, I was 19th. So I was one game away. It was game 3 and I missed like 150-50, which would have gotten me into Top Cut. But in that regional, I had 6 Pokemon on my team. The entire regional, there was one game where I brought either of my final 2 Pokemon. I brought the same 4 Pokemon every single game except one. So if that tells you anything about how I am as a player.
No. I heard about there was a very specific pattern of play at the Sydney regionals. Yeah. We'll get into that as well. Did you have any like crucial sleep powder misses?
Not in Perth, but I definitely had several in Vegas, and I ran the team at LAIC as well. I did absolutely horrible because I was tilting really bad after getting a couple of losses early on that I could have easily won. But sleep powder on that team was honestly something that you click very, very rarely, only if like you've already missed something or you've already like missed a crucial KO or gotten like red really hard, or you were already basically you only clicked it if you were behind. 99% of the time with that team, well, in Perth it was a bit different because I was Terra Psychic with Expanding Force Energy Ball back then. But the Vegas and the LAIC version from this year was Terra Fire with Expanding Force and Terra Blast. And basically Executor never really clicked Sleep Powder. It really just kind of clicked either Terra Blast or Expanding Force. And it was more of like, oh, well, my opponent knows that I have sleep powder.
The threat
and so they might. The threat of sleep powder is always there because I have a mon that outspeeds the entire format, literally, outside of like Electrode in the sun, and it puts anything to sleep. So yeah, just the threat of that was enough. I almost never clicked it though.
Yeah, I'm disappointed that Executor didn't win Sydney, but you still had a pretty decent team.
So we got Rillaboom. Ew.
Ew.
In 2025, you also did really well at Grand Challenges. I think you were like top 16 and top 8, I want to say. Like, were you also running Executor Sun for those as well?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All of the Grand Challenges for Reg H, I was running Executor Sun. One of them, I got 8th in the first one in the 2025-26 season. I've got 8th in Australia, and then the second one I got 9th. But yeah, both times I was running Executor Sun. The second time I I got ninth, but I had literally only played, I think, 16 games. I just won all of them. And I'd just come off that was the day I literally had just flown to go back to Dallas, and I'd come off of like a 16-hour flight, and I just got back to my parents' house, and I was like, there's 5 hours left in the GC. I could like hop on right now and like play and go for first, and I could probably realistically get it with how I've been playing in this. Or I could go to bed, and unfortunately I chose to go to bed, and it meant that I got ninth and missed the top 8 points.
No.
But it doesn't matter now. Yay.
Exactly.
Exactly. And then
the chain's broken meme. I'm free.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm free of the GC. All of the Queensland guys know how much I hate the GC because I bitch about it every time.
But I mean, you seem to be pretty good at it. And I think Executor Cheese is like perfect strats for a GC.
You know what the perfect strat for the GC is? This team, but we'll get into that.
Ooh, okay. Well, there's one more team I want to talk about first. This was your Melbourne 2025 team where you got 14th.
Yes.
And you were like the Giratina guy.
Yes.
Yeah. So just for those
Me
playing
and
at home,
Ghost.
it was Sash Chen Pao, had Crunch, Icicle Crash, Sucker Punch, Zamazenta, nothing too spicy there, Terra Ghost, Life Orb Entei with Stone Edge, Extreme Speed, Sacred Fire, Terra Normal. We had Rillaboom Assault Vest. For a Pokemon you don't like, you run it a lot. Assault Vest Rillaboom, it had U-Turn, no high horsepower. And then we had Rapid Strike Urshifu with Choice Scarf, Coaching, Aquajet, Close Combat, Surging Strikes, Terra Water. And the star of the show, Giratina Origin, with Grisius Core, Terra Fire, Shadow Sneak, Poltergeist, Draco Meteor, Protect, with, that item's a Grisius Core. What the fuck's that? I was like, what berry is that? No, it's the Grisius Core. I've just never seen one before.
Yeah. Turns into the worm.
All right. So do you think this is a good team, or do you think just no one knew what they were doing against Giratina and you like fluked your way into 14th?
No, I genuinely think that the Giratina team is absolutely fantastic. And had I made Worlds that year, I would have brought it to Worlds with zero hesitation. I genuinely think that team was absolutely incredible. And in fact, I know that we've been shitting on Rillaboom the whole time, and I'm about to shit on it more. Rillaboom was really bad in that tournament, and I barely ever brought it. And when I did bring it, it was against like Dozo and stuff. And I kind of found that I was just giving them extra recovery. And what I realized after the tournament is that I kind of struggled a little bit with Amoonguss. Like the game that I lost in Top Cut came down to a 50-50 at the end with like Rage Powder Amoonguss with a Calyrex. It's like who protects? Does he Rage Powder? The Calyrex is on 1 HP. I have like Giratina. But anyways, the point is I realized that Rillaboom would have been much better with like, I think we said it was going to be like Misty Terrain Grimmsnarl in that slot with like Screens, Misty Terrain, and like Spirit Break. But yeah, it would, because I only had Rillaboom because it was sort of like the team was built around priority spam. And when I was building it, I only slotted Rillaboom because I was like, well, if I play like Indeedee, I just instant lose. And I was like, well, there's like no other terrain setters other than like Miraidon, which both of my restricted slots are already used, so I can't do that. I did not think about manual terrain, though. I definitely should have.
Drew snubbing Wheezing yet again.
Look, I'm just, for someone who loves poison types.
Weezing's going to be pissed when he hears this, but yeah, sorry, Weezing.
It is a fake terrain setter, don't worry.
we could also say that Pincurchin's being disrespected, but like...
Well, Daniel Walker brought that to
I know, that was
Sydney.
hilarious.
Yeah, curse eject pack. We'll go into the teams that made
that was funny.
Made day 2 in Sydney, but that was insane. Did you have any?
Yes.
So another fellow, well, I guess I can call you an Australian. You live here. Another fellow, actually, he's pretty much American too. So Henry Rich, aka Hobbit. He's also a bit of a peddler of Giratina. Was there any discussion between you two?
I think he picked up the team from me.
So you invented it.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Masto and I did. Well, I created the concept for the team, and then Masto did the EVs for me. Because as you'll see when I release the EVs for this team, I'm not good at that, and I run 252 a lot. So
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with 252, as Mark Murray would say. 252, 252.
Yes. I said this weekend that I only know 2 numbers, and it's 252 and 4. So yeah.
Isn't there some theory about in champions there's like an extra stat?
There's an
now?
extra, yeah.
So now you're gonna have
to
you're gonna have to learn a new number.
Well, 252 and 4 just times 2 both.
No, it's gonna be 25244.
Yep.
Or you could just go 8.
That's not how it works.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Never heard of her.
True. All right. So, is there any memorable moments from Melbourne you want to touch on before we get to your most recent stint?
God, I mean, I played a Giratina mirror, which was hilarious. I was like, first of all, really? Second of all, it was a terrible matchup for me, and I literally did win it because I crit a Draco. He was running this like super bulky, like Tinglu, Dondozo, Giratina, Zamazenta, like similar concept to me, except the team was so bulky that it was just so hard for me to break through Dondozo because I had 6 physical attackers. I had 1 special attack on the entire team, and it was Draco Meteor.
Draco miss.
And so I did miss a few Draco Meteors here and there throughout the weekend as well. I mean, other than the Giratina mirror, I mean, I feel like it was a pretty. I mean, that team is much less like flashy than the team that I played this weekend. That team is like genuinely just like the Pokemon on my team are good and they're bulky, and it was a pretty like balanced team other than the fact that like it was very explosive with all the priority that you had. But like generally I would, especially for how I usually play, that was a very like balanced team for me. So it wasn't like other than the Giratina mirror, I wouldn't say that there was anything like particularly notable.
I love the team. I mean, I'm a big fan. So this podcast are notorious cat fans. Every single panelist we've ever had has had cats. And for this same tournament that you went to, I also brought Chen Pao Entei, the 2-puss action. And I love that core. That is absolutely cracked. I think
it's so good. It's so good. Yep. Were you life orb or banned?
Oh God, what was I, Dan?
Weren't you life orb on your Koraidon? So you must have been banned.
I was Koraidon Lunala. My team was called Tupac because it was 2 pussy cats and a koala. Because at the time, koala was like Koraidon Lunala. I want to say I was banded. I'm pretty sure I had like Stomping Tantrum, Extreme Speed, Flare Blitz, and Sacred Fire because sometimes Sacred Fire misses and if you need like a Flare Blitz, even though you're obviously taking massive shit, you just want to hit an attack that kills something. So I was choice banned, but I was Terra Normal and big damage.
Big number make happy.
Inner Focus is just cracked.
It's so good. I love it as an ability.
Oh, there's something so satisfying being able to just lead it against the Gooner brothers.
Blowjob Bros.
The Blowjob Bros. Relevant
and just
click a button.
Them.
Yeah, it's very satisfying.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we get to the big one.
The big one.
Yes, the big one. And I'm of course talking about the Santiago Regionals that happened this weekend. No, I'm talking about Sydney Regionals. I want to warn you now. So our subscribers submit guest questions to when we announce that we're getting a guest on the podcast. So there's going to be some questions that come flying at you this podcast that is like, what the fuck? And the first one I think that's relevant is that someone wanted to know, was your outfit for day 2 of City Regionals inspired by Team Aqua?
Is it because of the bandana?
I think so. Plus Howen's shirt.
To be honest, it was the bandana was inspired by the fact that the hotel that I was sleeping in had no aircon. It was humid as balls in the room. And I woke up that morning, took a shower, and it was super humid outside too. And so my hair is like super, super curly underneath the bandana. And I was like walking out of the door. I'm like, wow, my hair looks absolutely horrible. So I'm just going to like throw it in a bandana and like, who cares? Nobody's going to see this. And a lot of people saw that. So
and now you're all over
I'm
the
Archie,
internet.
I guess.
Yeah. Archie.
Yes.
Okay. I reckon just run with it.
All right, that's your look now.
Like Melbourne, just rock up with like a Sharpedo.
Well, but how would I be our Team Aqua if I was wearing a Rayquaza shirt? I do have the same shirt as a Sapphire version with Kyogre though, so I should have worn that, and then I would have really been Team Aqua.
All right. Well, this is just an idea for the future.
Yeah.
We can spitball this.
Yeah,
later.
we'll workshop it.
We'll workshop it. We'll workshop it. So how long have you been working on this team? So I think a lot of the guest questions kind of want to know like how you came across this team. Was it something you've been like, what led you to cook such a spicy team for the regional? Did you foresee Zoroark being the answer after all? Or was this kind of just like on a whim?
I mean, to be honest, the inspiration for the team came from my Brisbane team last year, which was Reg G, I believe, the single restricted format. I ran Zoroark in Brisbane. I think I missed day 2 by 1 game. It was a really close game, but yeah, I barely missed day 2. I think I still made top 64 there. But the team that I ran there was also Zoroark, Regidrago with Whimsicott. My restricted was Zacian, and then I had Chiyu and Amoonguss as my last 2. And so I was like, I really think I'd put that team together a bit hastily. It wasn't like super well thought out, not as much as like my teams have been since then, I think. But yeah, I came up for the concept for the team then, and I was like, the concept of disguising Regidrago or disguising Zoroark as Regidrago is really, really powerful. Just because you force so many Terras with Regidrago right out of the gate. And so the inspiration came from there. And then when Reg F got announced that it was coming back, I remember telling some of the guys in the Queensland chat, I was like, I kind of want to try Zoroark Regidrago in this format and see if it works. And so I tested it like in the preseason before the season released on Showdown. And when I was testing it, I was like, wow, this is like absolutely horrible. There's no way I can bring this to anything. It is like horrendously awful. Like I can't even break like 12 or 1300 on the ladder with this on best of 3 open team sheet. I'm like, this thing is washed. There's no way I can ever use this. This format sucks. And so I started playing like that Tinglu Dondozo team that was running around for a bit with like Gouging Fire. I was like, you know what? It's not how I usually play. I usually play hyper offense. That was a bit of a bulky team. But I played that for a little while. And yeah, I just got so tired of playing that primarily because I played it in the GC in January. And I was like, wow, this team is like way too slow for me. I don't like it at all. And so as just like a last ditch effort, I was like fully ready to give up on Reg F and just bring the Tinglu Dozo team to Sydney and just like take whatever place I can get. And then I finally started testing. Previously, I was testing Sash Zoroark, and I switched to a spec set on Showdown. And I think I knew that I wanted Whimsicott and Regidrago on the team for sure. But I was like, I feel like Urshifu would also be something that's good to disguise Zoroark as, just because Urshifu puts on so much pressure just being on the field. And so I went with that, and I was like, well, what else can I do that also kind of forces certain plays, like, or forces the opponent to do certain things that they might not want to do if it ends up being Zoroark. And I landed on Goldango and Rillaboom as the last 2. And from there, I tested a little bit more. I found that I kept getting destroyed by Terra Fairy, Raging Bolt with Snarl, as well as like some of the like half Trick Room, half Tailwind teams, like the P2 Ursa or like the Farig Ursa stuff. I was getting destroyed by that as well. So I switched to King Gambit from Goldango to sort of punish stat dropping moves getting used on me, and to also give me a way to kind of still have a fast/slow Pokemon on the field if Trick Room does go up. And then I was Life Orb Drago at the time, spec Zoroark. And then I found that Zoroark was a little bit better equipped with Life Orb. You do occasionally miss out on Shadow Ball KOs on like max HP Flutter Mane from full. It's like a 50-50 roll, I think. But I went with Life Orb, changed to Modest on Zoroark from Timid. and then slotted Protect on as well. And yeah, so the team was very last minute. Honestly, like I started really fleshing this out and building it in like probably like first or second week of January after the first GC. And I literally did not play it in a single local in Dallas. I didn't play it in any locals in Queensland either. And yeah, I just brought it to Sydney as my first in-person event and it worked. So thank God.
I still think, I keep forgetting what month it is. It is February now. So like you were still kind of cooking this from like November if you started testing it in like Brisbane. So
yeah.
So you had it was cool. It was a slow cook.
It was in the slow cooker.
It's in the slow cooker. A couple of people ask like, what is it? You're like, okay, it's the week before regionals, right? So let's just teleport back to last weekend. You've got this team. You figured out the six or whatever and the items and stuff like that. Like, what are you doing the weekend? Are you just smashing the showdown ladder? Are you screaming with a couple of like besties? Are you trying to hide the team? Are you stressing about certain lines? Like, what's the process?
To be completely honest with you, this is the first regional that I think I've ever gone into with zero expectations of doing well, which sounds crazy because I won, but like I genuinely I had very little faith in this team, to be honest, because ladder, I played it a lot. I only really practiced on Showdown Best of 3 Open Team Sheet ladder, and I peaked at like 1680, like top 30, I think, on ladder or so. But then like I would peak at something like that, or I'd peak in the like mid to high 1600s. And then I would fall like 100 or 200 points very quickly after that and just lose so many games. And so it really shook my faith with the team. And like, I kind of just was of the mindset the week before of like, okay, it's too late to switch things up now. I don't have anything better planned. And so I'm just going to throw shit at the wall and hope it sticks. And I mean, I literally the week before, I think I maybe played like 10 showdown games, maybe. I played a lot of Mario Kart, but
who's your character? Who's your Mario Kart character?
Spike, always Spike.
Nice, interesting choice.
Yeah, big Mario Kart World enjoyer. I've actually played infinitely more Mario Kart World the past like 5 months than Pokemon, so, and I'm horrible at that game, but I do play like competitive and stuff, but I'm awful.
I remember when the Mario Kart, it was like obviously like the release game for Switch 2. Yeah. And I got it and I played it for like a week and I haven't touched it since. Am I missing out on something? Yeah. Like I enjoyed it, but
I honestly think you are. Like the competitive scene of the game is so like the shortcuts and strats that you can do in the game are just so obscenely, they're just insane. Like if you watch a good way to like see how crazy the game is and all the tech that you can do and stuff is watching like the world records or just watching like high level competitive races and stuff. It is so much fun. I'm not even good at it. Like I think I'm in silver and like competitive, which is like not good. There's like 2 ranks below that. And there's like 9 above it, but whatever. But it's super fun. So I would honestly highly recommend it.
And it's good regionals prep as well, apparently. Like just play that.
It's the best regionals prep. Masto and I kept joking that I didn't prep at all for regionals, that I just prepped by playing Mario Kart. So
there you go.
Maybe it just helps you lock in, you know, and like make sure you synchronize the hand controller.
Yeah. APM training. Yep.
Yeah, but I genuinely think that the key to Sydney regionals was the fact that I was just so relaxed the entire time. Like I just genuinely went in with no expectations. Even once I got to day 2, I remember saying, the entire time on day 2, I was saying to my friends after every round, I'm like, look, I'm happy to be in this round right now. If I continue, that's great. If I don't, I'm not going to be super crushed because I didn't think I would make it this far. That's not usually my mindset for regionals, by the way. Like when I went to Vegas, I fully showed up with that Executor team and I'm like, I'm winning. And like, when I was playing Giratina, when I was my mindset usually when I show up to regionals is like delusional levels of confidence. But that was not the case in Sydney. I genuinely was not confident at all, but it worked. So yeah.
All right, so that's a tip for everyone listening. The key is to not be confident. All right, go in thinking you're going to do horribly and
Play Mario Kart.
The key is to think
beforehand.
terribly of yourself and to have self-pity. So, yeah.
So another thing I like to ask the guests, just because I market myself as a future regional champion. So I'm trying to get, by osmosis, like absorb all this knowledge from all our guests. So what do you have for breakfast the morning of a regional?
I had a McGriddle because there was a McDonald's like literally 2 steps away from the hotel that I was staying at, and there was like nothing else near me. So I had a McGriddle and an iced long black.
Nice.
That's it.
Iced coffee.
Was there eggs?
Classic gay.
Was there eggs in the McGriddle?
Yes.
Okay.
Was there? Yes, there were eggs in the McGriddle.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of big name players either prefer eggs or no breakfast at all, and then they just feed on adrenaline all night.
Continuing a trend with Drew.
If there was not a McDonald's literally outside of my like hotel room door, I don't think I would have eaten breakfast, like genuinely. But yeah, I just find that I'm always so like, I know that I said that I was like so relaxed and stuff this weekend. Like so relaxed for me is like still not that relaxed. So I'm still not like super hungry on competition day. But like, yeah, I will force myself to eat a McGriddle because McGriddles are fantastic and I love them. And a nice long black because I will not drink a hot coffee. I don't care how cold it is outside.
So are you a lactose intolerant gay or you just don't like milk in the coffee?
No, I just don't like milk in the coffee.
Fair.
No,
Fair.
or
Maybe
sweetener. I was a barista for like 2 years, and then I don't know. It just ruined like coffee with milk for me. I just had it way too much, and then my stomach was always upset. So maybe I am a lactose intolerant gay. I don't know.
There's a lot of them. Dated plenty.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll try a nice long black next time. That could be the key. That could be the key I've been missing all this time.
Yeah. It's gonna be Winter in Melbourne though.
That's fine.
Like,
Gays drink iced coffee all year round.
Fair,
it doesn't matter if it's snowing. It doesn't matter if it's 40 degrees. Whatever. What's better, American or Australian McDonald's?
For breakfast, Australian McDonald's, only because the coffee at McDonald's is like way, way, way better here. They have like the same items. They used to not have McGriddles up until like last year, and then they brought them to Australia, and every Australian that I've made try them has hated it. So they're probably going to get rid of them. I'm like, there's certain things that I feel like only Americans could like, and it's like Dr. Pepper, McGriddles, root beer, ranch. Like,
I'm going to stop you there. I'm going to stop you there. Dr. Pepper is my favorite soft drink, and you can't get it anywhere.
Okay.
And when I go to America, it's on tap everywhere, and it's fucking the best thing ever. And I don't mind root beer either.
Yes.
Or ranch.
I love ranch.
I honestly, I hate soda. I'm not a soda drinker ever. I literally never drink it. But if I am going to have a soda like once a year or something, I have like a Dr. Pepper, and it's pretty good.
Okay.
But yeah.
Good taste in Pokemon and beverages. This is a rare guest.
Oh, yes.
How do you feel about pizza toppings? How do you feel about pineapple?
I love pineapple on pizza, and if you don't, you should grow up.
Oh, fuck off. Dan pretends to be like what, half Italian?
Pretends.
You are half Italian. Okay.
Let's see the birth. Let's see the 23 in me.
All right, bet.
Love pineapple on pizza. I'm glad we finally have a guest.
I think it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. That sweet and savory kind of like mix.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because people are always like, it's not authentic. I'm like, dude, I don't care. I don't care at all. I like fusion of stuff. If people saw the like obscene cultural fusion that happens when I cook, I would, yeah. There are things going together that are not meant to be. Yeah.
Please look. I did just witness Chris make guacamole this evening with pizza sauce instead of tomatoes.
Whoa.
So
okay. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Drew, I really thought this is a bad first impression. So I had more of an elaborate dinner planned. I had to go pick up the podcast equipment from our usual host. I had 10 minutes. I got home at 6:50, we started recording at 7-ish. I had 10 minutes to throw something together. I made nachos, which by the way, was eating while I interviewed you. You didn't even notice. That's how good I was.
You noticed.
You noticed, yeah. I made nachos.
I actually didn't. I'm really. People are like, in any context of my life, people are like, "Did you notice this?" And the answer is always no. I never notice anything. So no, I didn't notice.
Good. Got away with it. But I went away to Sydney. Obviously, I was like away for like 4-ish days. And I had 2 avocados in the fridge. They were very, very, very ripe. They didn't get eaten while I was gone. Came back. It's like, shit, I'll make some guac and I'll make nachos. And I didn't have like tomato. I didn't have like fresh jalapeno. I didn't have onion. So I just literally threw in like a bit of minced garlic, a tiny bit of pizza sauce, because it's got like garlic and tomato and onion in it. And I thought and I don't have any lemons or limes or anything. So I thought that's got a bit of acid in it. That'll kind of go well, all right. A bit of cumin, a bit of salt and pepper. I know it's a dog's breakfast guac recipe. I'm not endorsing it, but I was desperate and it was not that bad.
You know what? Look, there could be way more heinous things that you could do with food. That being said, I don't think tomatoes belong in guac, but that's a personal opinion.
No, I think that's actually not a bad opinion. I didn't have any coriander. I didn't have any red onion. It was a bit of a disaster, but it tasted fine.
How are you gonna make guac without what do y'all? Oh, you just said it. Coriander, cilantro,
cilantro,
same thing.
Yeah. Look, okay, all right. Let me rephrase. I had smashed avo.
It was smashed avo with pizza sauce.
I'm sorry that I'm.
Yeah, I was like, this sounds like smashed avocado with pizza sauce.
All right. Well, that's all we had time for. Thank you, Drew, for your guacamole review.
Yeah. How about we try that on pizza next?
Okay. All right.
No.
I'm down.
No, please.
I am sorry to Mexico for saying that.
Yeah, we got huge Mexican listening base. I'm sure they're all very offended. So last thing I want to ask you, I promise, and we'll actually get on to the actual regional you won. Note taking.
Yes.
This is something that's also very controversial. Do you write shit down during rounds, during games, between rounds, or are you just like a no notes guy?
Nope, I'm not a note taker. I think I tried it. It was in Brisbane last year, which ironically was when I was running Zoroark, which I got the inspiration for this team. And I don't know, I didn't find that I was getting anything out of it. In fact, I feel like it was distracting me more than anything, in the sense that I was writing stuff down and then I wasn't paying attention to the game for the full 60 seconds that I had for the turn. And I found that was way more detrimental to me than writing down how much my roll of this move on this Pokemon did on the first turn, or who outsped what. I will occasionally forget things here and there mid-game that it would be important if I remembered them, but generally I can remember well enough. And I do feel like, for me personally, it seems like a waste of time.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I found myself that I would be scribbling furiously down and I'd miss who moved first, what
the
move
booster proc.
Yeah.
Booster proc, what move they clicked, hang on shit, did they set Tailwind? I didn't see, oh god, yeah, I'm a note taker now. No nonsense, no notes. Okay, good. So I think I'm going to go with this next, no notes, ice long black. McGriddle's pushing it. I'm going to say, can a McMuffin do?
I like McGriddles. I feel if it had a spicy mayo sauce in it, it would put it to a next tier
sriracha mayo.
Yeah,
I think that would be nice. I think that would be nice.
Yeah, McDonald's, if you're listening, we need a McGriddle sponsorship for Drew, and we need a new recipe. Okay, so it is regional weekend. We're Saturday morning. You've had your McGriddle and your ice long black. First of all, there's a story going around that basically what you did for the entire weekend up until the finals was lead the actual Pokemon, whether it's King Gambit, Regidrago, whatever, game 1. And then game 2, you would instead bring Zoroark disguised as that same Pokemon every game 2. Is that true?
Not really, to be honest. I think people thought that because that's what I did every game when I was it's not. I did that several times, but usually Zoroark was coming out in game 3, actually. I was honestly super scared to bring it the first few rounds, and I think in all the way up until Top Cut, I think I played Fluttermane only twice or something. And Zoroark's main target is Fluttermane. And so I I didn't bring it that much game 1, honestly. I did have a really funny moment in round 2 or 3, I think, where my opponent led on game 3. My opponent led Iron Crown and Didi, and I led Zoroark Whimsicott disguised as Regidrago. And then I clicked Shadow Ball into the Iron Crown turn 1 and O-code it, and my opponent like raised his hand to call the judge for a team sheet error, and I'm like, that's Zoroark. I'm sorry. But no, to answer your question, like I honestly just didn't bring it that much day 1. Day 2 is where it really started shining though. Which is where I did kind of start doing the whole like fake it game 1, bring it game 2, make you like lose your mind questioning if it's real, if we go to game 3, like all of that.
Okay. So some games, yes, some games, no. But I mean, so someone was asking me like, well, what's the theory behind this team? And you kind of have already explained it. But yeah, like you leave Regidrago, they want to click fake out because obviously Regidrago, or they want to Terra Fairy or whatever, or you lead King Gambit, they want to close combat it. And then you've got this ghost type, which is immune to both of those things. And you're just threatening Terra. I was sitting there watching the finals and I was trying to explain to someone how Terra Stellar, Terra Blast actually works. And this is something that like I've never run. No, it's been like years since the game came out. And like we had to, if I remember correctly, is it like nothing resists it, or is it super effective against everything? How does this Stellar work?
It's basically single target Terra Starstorm, and it lowers your attack and special attack at the end of the turn, by 1 stage. So yeah, it's effectively single target Terra Starstorm. So it's neutral and everything, super effective on Terrasilize Pokemon.
Okay, and like, did you find this was like did you have to Terra Stellar to get some sort of KO on specific Pokemon, or?
Yeah, I had to Terra Stellar. I was mainly Terra Stellar to get with Terra Stellar and Hyper Voice plus Helping Hand, you could pick up KOs on stuff like Tornadus, like Moster Shifu, some Ogerpon if they weren't like super bulky. Also, it's just kind of like I mostly needed the Terra Stellar for the Terra Blast as well. And just I think I clicked Terra Blast. I only clicked it versus Joji in top 8 ever.
Beating Joji is crazy, by the way. I thought he was going to take it. I thought he was going to win the whole event.
Yeah, I thought he was too. I beat him 2-0 though, which was like, what the hell? I did get a lucky crit on him second game, but still. But anyways, what I was saying is the Terra Stellar was kind of there just for the Terra Blast. I mean, it was also... There were some situations where it was like, I do think that the Shadow Ball or the Hyper Voice might be a roll to KO, and I will need that power boost, namely against hard Trick Room teams. You could lead Zoroark Whimsicott disguised as like King Gambit or something, and if they lead Indeedee Hatterene, the Indeedee always clicks Follow Me there, the Hatterene clicks Trick Room, and against max HP 4 or no Spadef Hatterene, Helping Hand Stellar Hyper Voice, I think was like a 80% roll to KO the Hatterene. And then if it KOs the Hatterene and they clicked Follow Me with Indeedee, you just win. So that's part of also why I had it. And it was also just like the normal ghost typing is just so unbelievably amazing. So it's like anything that I Terra into is like just worse than it. The only non-stellar Terra type that I actually considered was actually Poison. I considered running Terra Poison Sludge Bomb for a little bit just to pick off all Ogerpon, but other than Cornerstone, obviously. But yeah, I just didn't find that. I found that Terra Blast more or less accomplished a similar thing. The Terra Poison Sludge Bomb would have also done the same thing against like Terra Fairy Bolt, stuff like that. But I just felt that the Terra Poison was maybe a little bit too niche. But that being said, the Terra Blast slot on Zoroark switched between probably 4 or 5 moves. The main one was Taunt, though. And I do, in hindsight on the weekend, I do think Taunt would have probably been more useful. But it's also hard to understate the team sheet pressure of Terra Stellar Terra Blast.
Oh, yeah. Another thing I was thinking as well, when I'm looking at your team, veteran sort of experienced players would see some Zoroark cheese and they'd be like, they wouldn't sort of try and make a hard read turn 1. They'd probably go double protect, scout out, right? the fact that your Whimsicott's got Encore on it therefore they can't really is that so that was part of the whole plan, right? Or is that just
absolutely. That was a big deal when I ran the like initial version of this team in Brisbane, because I was like, it really, if you don't have a way to punish protect, then it is like the most free double protect of the opponent's life on turn 1. And then they basically get to find out if it's Zoroark or not. And then, like, what do you do from there? Then they know that it's Zoroark. They know it's coming. And then it's like, kind of useless. It's not useless, but it's like the entire point of using it, which is the surprise factor, over something like a way better ghost type like Flutter Mane. And then the entire niche of it just goes away turn 1. And so, on this team specifically, Whimsicott is mandatory over Tornadus, like 100% mandatory.
Yeah. And then you've also got the Unseen Fist Urshifu to punish protects as well. Like,
yes.
Obviously I feel like the Terrifier Mystic Water Urshifu's relatively recent development. Is this like sort of inspired by Carrie's team from Toronto, or is this?
Yeah, I remember seeing that on stream, and I was like, because I was running Terra Steel at the time, and I hadn't even really considered Fire much. And then I looked at it, I'm like, you know what? This is actually really, really fantastic into Rillaboom plus Grassy Glide Fire Pawn, which I was struggling with a little bit at the time. And then I was like, if I slot Terrifier or Shifu on this, then like I just absolutely destroy Fire Pawn plus Rilla. Like, you can still get hit by the high horsepower, but like overall, you're in a much better spot. And like, not every Rilla is running high horsepower in this format like they were in Reg H. And so, yeah, that was sort of the inspiration behind it, is because I'd seen it on the stream in Toronto, and I'd also just needed a better answer to Fire Pawn. But I think most of the people that are running Mystic Water or Shifu, as well as just Terra Fire ones, are running like really bulky ones. I will come out right now and say that my Urshifu was 252, 252, adamant.
Your favorite EV spread.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yes.
If it ain't
but
broke.
You know what? I don't want to hear a single word about that being suboptimal, because the fact that I was max speed single-handedly won me several games, and the fact that I was max attack also single-handedly won me several games. And there were very few times where I was like, wow, if Urshifu survived this hit, then I would be like set. Because most of the time people are EVing to survive like Thunderclap or like Earth Power or something, which you have to dump like a ton of HP and SpDef to do that. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm running hyper offense. I just want to hit hard and go fast, and that's what I did. So yeah.
No, this is a very good team. And you said that you had no expectations. Like, maybe you have solved Reg F. Who knows? Maybe this is the peak of Reg F.
Yeah, well, EUIC will be all Zoroark and triple Reggies.
And triple Reggies.
Yeah.
Dude, I hope people try and run it at EUIC, because I can't tell if this team is like good in the sense that like anyone could pick it up and like have success with it, or if it's good for somebody that plays like a crazy person like me.
Or maybe it was just like know. Maybe it was just the Archie headscarf that won you the event. Like, we may never know.
Yeah.
Speaking of the triple Reggies, so obviously we're going to go through the sort of like the top teams that
we've also been going through Drew's run for the past hour and a half.
We're going to go through Drew's run, but someone actually, one of our subscribers actually wanted to know what was your matchup into the Reggie's team, because you are like a Brisbane local, like and is William from Queensland that invented the Reggie's team for this event?
Yeah.
So like,
from Queensland.
did you have?
He doesn't really show up at locals much though.
Okay, so you didn't have like a game plan for the Reggies.
No, I actually thought that I was going to like pretty much auto lose, and I kept telling, I forget the guy's name that was running it in Top Cut and day 2. But I was like, dude, I cannot. Yeah, I'm like, dude, I can't pair into you because I have like a terrible. It seems to me like it would be a terrible matchup. Yeah, I mean, looking at the team, I think my play there is to just like lead Zoroark, try and get off a bunch of damage early, do some more damage with Regidrago, and then try and finish the job or clean up with Urshifu. It would be so hard to break both Regice and Registeel, which is crazy to say that. But like, yeah, breaking through AV Regice with my team sounds very, very tedious and difficult.
It's wild. Imagine if we had like a Regidrago match off. That'd have been sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know the Drago on that team is really slow though, so yeah, that would help for sure.
We will go through your run now. So don't go like, turn by turn, game by game for the entire weekend because we don't.
Yeah, no, I don't remember all of that. Trust me.
There's no notes to go back to anyways.
True. Just like maybe like it was just penciling down some like guacamole recipes or something.
Yeah.
But add tomato sauce.
Yeah. Ketchup.
Pizza sauce.
Yeah. So round 1, Martin Wong. Talk us. That was, oh my God, jump off. You had to play a jump off player.
Yeah, that was like this was like this. That was one of the 2 times I think I played Fluttermane. I don't think I actually brought Zoroark to that matchup, weirdly enough. I'm pretty sure it was a 2-0, but I could be wrong. I know that the jump bluff was annoying because it hit all of its sleep powders on me and slept me for several turns. Actually, no, I totally do remember this. So I made literally turn 1 of the tournament. He leads Torkoal Fluttermane, and I think I led like Rillaboom. Shoot, I led Rillaboom plus. Oh, you know what? I led Rillaboom plus Regidrago. Being the psychotic person that I am, I clicked Fake Out Dragon Energy into the Fluttermane and got a double KO on turn 1.
Wow.
So if that lets you know how I play this game, that is the perfect. The fact that was the first turn of the tournament, like, perfectly sets the stage for how the rest of it went.
What was the reaction when you did that?
Play, I think he was a bit upset. I would be pissed too. I'd be mad as hell.
Yeah, way to start your weekend.
If that happened to me turn 1 of the tournament, I'm walking out.
Let's go home.
Like, dead ass. I'm walking out of the tournament. Like, I'm done. But yeah, it was so funny because on the turn 1, I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, I know, because he was Terrafire Fluttermane. I'm like, I know you're going to Terrafire the Fluttermane and try and KO the Rillaboom because, like, otherwise I just would hammer KO him because he's Specs. And so I'm like, I know you're going to Terrafire, but, like, am I crazy enough to make a hard call out on turn 1, game 1 of the tournament on a player that I know nothing about? I don't know if he even knows that he has to kill the Rillaboom. And I just remember thinking, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It's turn 1. If I lose this game, I can crawl back through X1 or whatever. And yeah, I went for that insane turn 1 play and won the game turn 1. And then game 2, I knew that he wasn't going to Terra, so I would hammered him and KO'd him.
Excellent work. Got to condition them to.
Yeah, it's really Zoroark mind games without playing Zoroark in that match. That's hilarious.
No, literally.
Round 2.
But yeah, past that, I think that was the main highlight of round 1, I think. But yeah.
Round 2, Sam Aitken, he's running, it's the Iron Crown Regidrago team, but they've replaced, it's basically Dimitri Kosiaris' team, right? The put Lando I instead of Regidrago. I did actually, this was in my team builder last week. I decided not to run this team. In hindsight, bad choice. How'd this game go?
So this game was interesting because he led Torn or Shifu both of the first 2 games, and I led Whimsicott Regidrago both games. And I personally think this play is insane. It worked for him. I think I won one of the games. He won game 2, I think. He clicked Tailwind CC into my Regidrago both games. And I'm like, if this is Zoroark, you literally instantly lose because it was Scarf or Shifu. And so I'm like, I feel like that play is like absolutely insane and like super disrespectful to Zoroark. And so game 3, I did bring Zoroark and he switched it up and brought Indeedee Iron Crown as the lead. And I'm like, I'm still leading Regidrago Whimsicott, except it's Zoroark. And he got kind of greedy, I think. I think he could have realistically clicked Follow Me there. But he didn't. He clicked Helping Hand because he thought it was Drago. I think he was trying to like break through the Terra Steel on Regidrago because I was definitely going to go for that if it actually was Drago. But it was Zoroark, and I went for Shadow Ball, and I think I switched to Rilla. So on turn 1, he had done no damage. I had a full health Zoroark, a full health Rillaboom, and he had already tried to call the judge for a team sheet error. So that was pretty funny as well.
What did he click with Iron Crown?
Guess we'll never know.
We will never know because the move never went off.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, because he died before it went off. So yeah.
I love the judge calls when there's a Zoroark on the field. It's so funny.
Even when I played Joji was like 1 millisecond away from calling the judge. His hand was like halfway in the air when I Terra Stellared turn 1, and it was like Urshifu Terra Stellaring, and then he looked at the team sheet again and he like puts his hand in his face and he's like, "Fuck." I'm like, got him.
Okay, like I have been that guy that
against your own sister.
Against my sister, I called the judge because she was running Zoroark. I don't know why. I just didn't think she was capable of shenanigans like that. She's some filthy casual. So you're 2-0.
Look, if there's anyone that doesn't read team sheets, it's me. I remember in my last round on day 2 in Vegas, I clicked sleep powder into a safety goggles Fergarath twice, and I still won. So,
hey,
good
the
job.
Third time, maybe.
Look, we've all been
the third time it'll.
Yeah,
we've all been that guy that's done like a priority move in Psychic Terrain. Let's be honest.
Oh, all the time.
Also, I sometimes forget
even
as
when
well.
It was my own Psychic Terrain.
Yeah. I also sometimes forget that flying types are immune to Psychic Terrain. So, like, hang on, I could have faked out. What did I not do that? Yeah. So round 3, you had to play P2S Luna. I hate this matchup. I spent most of my week training against like P2S Luna, P2 Crest, like all these sort of tail room or mixed room kind of teams. Didn't play a single one all weekend or all day because I didn't make day 2.
Wow.
So, yeah, I know. I'm cursed. It's like I always get the matchups that I don't prepare for. Like I think that tournament we talked about where you in Melbourne last year when you brought the Giratina. My auto loss was Ho-Oh teams, and I played 3 in a row and didn't have a line for it because I didn't think anyone would bring it. And then I played 3 in a row.
Yeah, wow.
And they were all losses.
Insane.
Yeah. So I'm cursed. So how did the match against Jordan Shalona, I want to say it's pronounced?
Yeah, I actually lost this round. I don't know. I just wasn't playing super well. I think against these types of teams, this is a really good example of when taunt on Zoroark would have been super valuable. Yeah, I was getting led Incineroar P2 on me every time, and in hindsight, I don't remember what I was leading in these sets. Yeah, but what I do know is that 1, taunt would have been really, really amazing on Zoroark, like no question. And 2, I have 2 options into that lead that are both fairly good, and it's either Urshifu Gambit or Zoroark Regidrago. If I do Zoroark Regidrago, I can do Dragon Energy into either Terra Stellar Terra Blast or Terra Stellar Hyper Voice into the P2, and that usually is enough to KO most of them. Ones with a more SpDef investment can sometimes survive it, I believe. But that's a potential option to just get big damage and potentially a double KO really early. The alternative option is to lead Urshifu Gambit and just go for Surging into the Ensign and then Iron Head into the P2. And like worst case scenario is, I guess, Ensign Terras and then like Flare Blitz Terra Blast double up onto the Gambit KOs it, which is what Joji did because he's an amazing player. But like, yeah, I don't think I knew my lines super well into P2 Ursa because I thought that it was really favorable because I'd been testing with Taunt and I kind of switched to Terra Blast last minute. So I think I was kind of just caught out in that matchup a bit. So I did lose.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is a tough team to beat, and it is so like Ursulina at the moment. It's just such a frustrating Pokemon to play against.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Serious question. I don't actually know this. I don't know if you Terra Stella Zoroark. It's the same defensively, right? So is it still immune to Fake Out if you Terra Stella?
Yeah,
it is. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
so
still immune to all the same stuff.
You recovered well. You're round 4. You beat Kimi Saponen, who was running Roaring Moon Balance. I'd probably call it with Goldango and Lando Eye.
Is this Carrie's team?
Carrie's team. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I think this was the only time I played the like Roaring Moon balance type stuff. Roaring Moon is another matchup where I also just feel like shows how good Whimsicott is, because like if they don't Terra, they're getting off one attack at best, and it pretty much has to be Tailwind. Also with Roaring Moon, most of them aren't even running acrobatics anymore. Breaking Swipe and Knockoff into my team are both. Knockoff can be annoying into a few of my mons. Like if the goggles get knocked off Gambit, it can be a bit annoying. But for the most part, it can't do much damage. All it can do is really set up Tailwind, but they kind of have to bring it because otherwise they just get outsped by everything with my Tailwind. And then it's like, generally my play there is to just like lead Whimsicott plus something else like Drago or Urshifu usually, or Zoroark. And then turn one, they have to Terra something. And if it's not the Roaring Moon, then the Roaring Moon dies to Moonblast and I live through Sash. And so, yeah, I do feel like it's a pretty good matchup for me just because of how just the fact that my speed control mon absolutely destroys theirs. So, yeah. And if they do Terra, then they can get Encored into Tailwind as well. So it's just like, it's so bad for them, honestly.
Whimsicott just stays winning.
Yes, Whimsicott's so good.
Yeah, you sold me. I'm not disagreeing. Next team I build for Reg F if I ever play Reg F again. got a bit of burnout. But yeah.
GC,
we'll stream. For those listening, we will do a GC stream. Again, we like to like play drinking games like Justin Tang and do silly things on GC weekends. Much to our own detriment.
It gets quickly out of hand.
It does get very out of hand. So round 5, there was like Battle of the Alpha Gays. You had friend of the show, Diego Ferreira, the Trick Room cult leader himself.
Yes.
With he always cooks something, right? So we had like Armor Rouge, Terra Fairy. Mm-hmm. He had not a single Protect or Wide Guard on the whole team. He's just like, I'm just going to do. There was like, what was it? The Torkoal had like Solar Beam, Terra Grass, like was it Specs or some shit?
It was Lorb.
It was Life Orb. Yeah.
The team's just insane. This is something that I would not be able to pilot.
It was crazy. I looked at the team sheet. I'm like, what is this? But sure.
He probably looked at your team sheet and goes, what is this?
I mean, yeah, look, I'm not saying that I'm not crazy, but yeah.
I mean,
but yeah.
Was it did you get a game on him or was it like a 2-0?
No, I got a game on him. He actually said that it felt, I had him in a game-winning position by game 2. I won game 1 pretty handily. And then game 2, I had him in a guaranteed win position, and I completely threw the game because I love throwing. So, yeah, I had a guaranteed win in the end game, and I just completely threw it away for no reason. And then I just got the 50-50 wrong on the lead and missed a roll in game 3 and just lost off of that. So, yeah.
Yeah. Are you a bit of a yapper when you're playing, or are you just like dead silent, don't talk to your opponent at all?
I mean, I can be a yapper when I'm playing, but I usually just think that most of my opponents don't really want to talk much, so I usually don't say much. Depends on who I'm playing, though. I don't know if I've played Diego before.
He doesn't talk at all. I'm a bit of a yapper.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think we've talked much, but yeah, I don't know.
Hey, Chris, you yap to the crowd. You yap to everyone when you're playing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it distracts me from my own throwing every game. So it's yeah.
I've been told to shut up and during a set before, so I guess that means
from your opponent
during sets. No. If my opponent told me to shut up, that'd be so crazy. No, from the people next to me.
All right, you're fair.
Yeah. So now you're on the bubble, right? So there's nothing. This is 5 rounds. You're now 3-2. This is where the mental game like kicks in, right? Because now you can't afford to make a 50-50 like error read and
I was tilting because I just completely threw a game that I had a guaranteed win in.
And Diego had asserted himself as the alpha gay.
Yes.
It's the home turf advantage of Sydney. We'll just go with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not fair.
It's a crazy thing to say, Chris.
Oh my
god. This is why we're the world's best podcast, because we ask the tough questions and tackle the tough issues.
Who's the alpha gay of the Oz VGC community?
And does pizza sauce go in guac?
Well, it's me now after this weekend.
Yeah,
you had the last laugh.
Yeah.
So round 6, Lorelei, I don't know, she was the Elite Four leader in Elite Four Ice Lady from Gen 1.
Yeah, Lorelei, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hillard. She was running Hard Trick Room with Gallade, Hatterene, and Dee Dee.
Yes.
Yeah. How was this?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. This was a pretty, I think she was pairing up into me, and this was a pretty quick 2-0. It was not super close. I think I just led Drago Zoroark both games and just clicked Terra Stellar Hyper Voice Dragon Energy. And yeah, it was relatively straightforward. Wait, maybe, no, I tried to do that against Diego, I think, but what did I think I brought Gambit a bunch versus her, and no, actually, I remember what it was. Turn 1, she led Ndidi Hat both times, and I led like Gambit plus Urshifu, maybe Gambit plus something. Maybe it was Gambit Zoroark actually. And then I would just swap into Rilla turn 1, Oko the Ndidi, and then past that point, it was just really easy to stall out the Trick Room. So yeah, it was, relatively straightforward.
Yeah, I think Hard Trick Room is one of those things you have to like respect, like Dondozo, right? You have to respect that matchup. So
yes, it's like a gatekeeper.
Yeah, most people go into an event with a line for Hard Trick Room. Like, so if you get a Hard Trick Room, you don't. I feel like you kind of. I got a Hard Trick Room matchup as well in my run, and I was like, yeah, I'm okay with this. I know what to do. I'm calm. You just sometimes you have to fish for double protect. If you get it, so be it. But like. Yeah. I think I don't mind playing against
it's a very flowcharty team.
Yeah.
Like the one of the main reasons why I actually kind of wanted to keep Goldango on the team is because my matchup against Hard Trick Room was good. Don't get me wrong, for the most part. Like I definitely would say that I was favored in the Hard Trick Room matchup with my with the team that I ended up bringing. But on the original version of the team that I very first cooked up at the start of Reg F that had Goldango on it instead of King Gambit, that was a like almost 100% win against Hard Trick Room because all you do is click Dragon Energy plus Specs Make It Rain, and there's literally
nothing they can do.
Not one thing that can survive that.
Yum.
Even if something is Terra Steel, like it would have to be like Terra Steel Psychic Seed and DD or something to survive that. Like So, yeah, I mean, I'm glad that, well, I guess I did lose against Diego's Hard Trick Room, but like, yeah, I mean, that was the main, I guess, appeal of Gold over Gambit, but I was like, I feel like Hard Trick Room is not that bad, even if I have Gambit to where I should use something that's otherwise suboptimal.
Yeah, I wouldn't look. There's Hard Trick Room and then there's Diego Room, and they're separate things. I wouldn't do.
I was like Diego's team. Diego's team was like, whatever the fuck it was, instead of it's like standard Hard Trick Room. You just
like the answer to Diego is just to dodge the matchup. It's the same with whatever jank Daniel Walker's cooking up that week as well. You just got to dodge that matchup.
The matchup for me into Diego was to not throw game 2, but I actually love doing that, so I did.
Yeah. Look, consistency is key.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm glad you're consistent. Round 7. So this is definitely not a simple matchup. I will let you explain what the hell is going on here, but it was Raging Bolt, Rillaboom, Heatran, Scream Tail, Rock Ogerpon, so Cornerstone Ogerpon, and Incineroar.
Yes.
Ken Tolmo, take us through this mess?
Yeah, he's a Brisbane guy.
Okay. So did you know his team before?
Yeah, I didn't know his team, but I've played against him at locals before. So I was kind of mad that I was like taking out a Brisbane player, but oh well. To be honest with you, this matchup was also pretty straightforward because he had one fairy type, which kind of does nothing against my team because it has one attacking move, which is Dazzling Gleam, which does basically no damage. And everything else that it does, the second it clicks Encore, Disable, or Protect, then my Whimsicott just Encores it and outspeeds it. And so Regidrago was just unbelievably good in this matchup, and it did go to game 3. I think because game 2 I tried to get cute and like lead Zoroark or something, and it didn't work, or maybe.
So the classic Drew game 2 throw?
Yeah. Yeah, no, literally. That actually happened so many times this tournament. Like I won game 1 really easily, and then I went for something bold game 2 and then threw. But no, something happened in game 2. I remember that I threw, And then I was actually in a really bad spot in game 3, I remember, and I think I'd lost one of my mons really early to something. I can't remember what. I'm pretty sure maybe that was the game I brought Zoroark. I don't know. But anyways, I'd lost one of my mons really early, and this was the game where Max or Shifu single-handedly won me the game because he had Terra, Bug, Heatran on the field. And it was really bulky. It had Citrus Berry as well. And so Surging Strikes, after a little bit of chip from Drago, was actually able to pick up the 2-hit KO through Citrus Berry,
Nice.
which was like, would not have been, it was very close. And then right after that, my Tailwind was still up, and then he had Scream Tail in the back and tried to disable my Surging Strikes, which happened after I moved and after I was able to OHKO his Incineroar. So, and I wouldn't not have, if I was not max speed, that would not have worked. So, yeah.
And like Terrafire would have come up huge in that matchup as well then, right?
I actually was Terra stealing the Drago every game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't want
Which,
to depulse
like,
from the bolt, I guess, yeah.
No, he was leading Torn Rock Pawn every game, so I was just like, and that's what I got punished for game 2 actually, because I went for Tailwind Dragon Energy, and he went for Tailwind's Ivy Cudgel into Regidrago, and I remember thinking, I was like, well, if I just like go for Terra Steel, then even if he goes for Bleak Wind or Ivy Cudgel or anything, then I resist all of it, and that definitely was the right play. So yeah, there's nothing else that other than Urshifu, there's not that much else that is like that amazing to Terra on the team.
Fair.
But yeah.
I was just thinking about your patented game 2 throw. I mean, we need to like, we need to.
Is that going to be my signature?
Well, I think we need to monetize this. Like, how about we get some branded?
Yes. If you throw game 2, you're pulling a Drew.
Or like just like some branded sleeveless vests that say like, trust me, I'll throw this. And like, embrace it.
I threw like Drew. Let's go.
I threw like Drew. That's it. We've got it.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. We're cooking now. That's amazing.
All right.
We need this on a shirt ASAP.
Yeah. To all the sponsors listening, make it happen. And then round 8.
Round 8. Winning in for both.
Winning in.
Oh my
Ben
God.
Kennedy.
This was a crazy round, dude.
I don't even know what I'd call it. Iron Bundle. I mean, I don't know what I'd call this team. You had a King Gambit mirror.
Yeah.
Lando, Farigiraf, Iron Bundle, Ogerpon, Hearthflame, Rillaboom.
Yeah.
I know Ben.
Honestly,
he's an Adelaide local, and I was talking to him like halfway through day 2 about his team. It's very funky. It was the Terra Ghost, Clamulet, Taunt, Rillaboom, and a bundle in Bolt economy, like crazy.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, Bundle was not something that I don't think I played it a single time on ladder. And so I was like grossly underprepared for it. And it's actually really, really good into my team. And yeah, so I lost game 1, and then in game 2, I was literally in a guaranteed loss position on turn 1. I just had that bad of a lead matchup. He led Bundle, Landorus. I led Regidrago, Whimsicott, and I had Urshifu and Gambit in the back. And so literally, if he just clicks Icy Wind Sandsear, I just lose instantly. Like there's nothing I can do. And luckily, by the skin of my teeth, he was very certain that the Regidrago was a Zoroark, not Regidrago.
Oh no!
Which means that if I set up Tailwind, that I would have outsped and OHKO'd the bundle with Hyper Voice and done massive damage to the Landorus. And so instead, he went for Icy Wind and Protect on the Landorus. And then I stayed in with Drago and just did Hail Mary, Tailwind, Dragon Energy. And even after the Icy Wind damage into Drago, the Dragon Energy still picked up on Bundle because its special bulk is awful.
Yeah.
And then past that point, I just pretty handily won the game because Landorus had to switch right after or get Encored into Protect. And then I forced a switch, went for like Helping Hand, Dragon Energy, I think. And then game 3, I did actually lead Zoroark for real this time. And then yeah. Game 3, I did actually lead Zoroark. He led Bundle plus something else. It wasn't Lando this time. But then, yeah, I just Tailwind Terra Stellar Hyper Voice turn 1, OHKO'd the bundle, and then did like massive damage to the other mon and just instant one from there. So, yeah, Zoroark single-handedly saved me that set. Like, seriously, Zoroark saved me, and it did not even come to game 2.
That's so
which
funny.
Is wild. Yeah, it is insane.
And that was it. X2. That's into day 2 then.
Yeah. Dude, like I'm not kidding. In game 2, I saw the lead matchup, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to the beach tomorrow. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm out of the tournament. It's all good. Like, yeah.
No,
Which,
Sam
it's just
Pandelis is
crazy.
washed. You're fine.
No, this is. He was talking about what phase 1 still, but yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking about you seeing matched up for day 2 and like went to the beach.
No. That's next game, I think, right?
Yes, it is next game.
Yeah, he was my first game of game 2.
But it was a Zoroark.
First game of day 2.
Mind fucking your opponent yet again.
Well, I mean, that's apart from throwing, that's your other patented thing is just having a random ghost type.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, go ahead.
No, day 2, beach day cancelled in shambles. Have to play more Pokemon.
Yeah. No, I fully had plans to go check out. I was gonna maybe go to Obelisk Beach there, but I decided against it because I had to play. But yeah,
probably a good decision.
I did not end up going.
I think that was a good decision.
Yeah, I wanted to suss it out because I wanted to suss it out before Mardi Gras, before it's like insane if I wanted to go. But whatever, I ended up winning, so it's fine. But
how do you feel about them canceling the Mardi Gras after party this year?
Look, I wasn't going to the actual official after party anyways. Like, it is a little bit unfortunate, but like it is not personally impacting my plans because I had already bought tickets to another party on Saturday. So
there we go.
It's fine. It is unfortunate for the gay community though. Sorry to the gays. I say that like I'm not a part of them, but like, yeah, whatever.
And if you are listening, Sydney gays, drinks will be on Drew at the after party. At
if you're listening, Sydney gays, that's not true. I know. But yeah, no. I mean, look, maybe one drink at best.
All right, best.
If someone recognizes you.
Yeah, I'm in my man hating era.
Oh, it's a good era to be in. Absolutely.
Yeah. We can thank my ex last year for that.
Ruin executive.
And the one the year before.
Are they still a VGC player? Just out of curiosity.
The one that played VGC was from. We dated in 2024. I'm pretty sure he doesn't play. I'm not saying this to be shady. He's not that good at the game, which is why I built a hard Trick Room team for him, because I think hard Trick Room doesn't take a lot of skill.
Hearing this, Diego?
And he would just get frustrated. I don't think he like wanted to learn like how to play the game at like a high level, and would just get frustrated when I try to tell him. So it's like, I don't, as far as I'm aware, he does not play anymore. I think he could be a good player, but he just like didn't really listen to me. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you are now studying in Australia, because I was getting really sick and tired of carrying the gay community in the VGC department. Like, like 10 years on my back, shouldering.
Yeah, I'm what a burden to carry.
It is. Well, there's like I've always like there's a lack of them in the community, especially in Perth, and I'm like, there's not enough Pokemon husbands out there, and that is just a dream of mine. So I'm glad that, Diego moved to Australia. Now you've moved to Australia. Like, we're getting there. We're slowly building.
So we're having to import. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are. We've imported 2 gay top players to Australia.
Australia's not really like breeding, so we need to like rely on our immigration to like, popularize like the community. So yeah, it's all about immigration.
I just realized that you were talking about like reproduction. I am so sorry. I was like, I would actually say otherwise.
Oh, that kind of breeding.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
My God.
Fucking hell.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, if you are listening around the world, if you're listening around the world, in your game and a competent VGC player, please come to Australia and boost our numbers. All right. So
day 2,
Pandelis, he did not have a good day 2. Shit, he went 6-5. So he obviously lost all 3 of his day 2.
Hey, don't disrespect 6-5.
So what do Dan Baguli and Sam Pandelis have in common?
6-5. Leave us alone.
No,
Yeah.
I have that in common as well. gays out there, I am 6'5". Call me.
You are.
No,
I'm
kidding.
I thought you were through
I
your
am
I
6'5",
hate men
but-
era, and all of a sudden it's like, call me.
No. Look, I said I'm going to Mardi Gras. It doesn't mean I can't have fun.
True.
Oh my God.
You are tall.
But
I'll vouch
anyways,
for that.
I am 6'5". That is true. Anyways, no, my set against Sam. I'm pretty sure I did Zoroark him game 2, which now that I'm like recollecting on these matches, I kind of did do game 2 Zoroark a lot. So yeah, maybe you were actually right on that.
The allegations are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not beating the allegations this time. Sorry.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So you fooled in with the old Zoroark trick. Anything else memorable?
To be honest, I think this might be the set that I remember the least of the entire tournament. I'm pretty sure. What was he running again? Maybe that'll spark a
It
memory.
was Incin, Chiampower with Icy Wind, Assault Vest Rillaboom, the Carmine Bolt, Landorus Life Orb, and Urshi Rapid. So like that Japanese bolt balance.
Oh God, what happened?
You don't have to say what happened. We could just move on to the next
It's a
round.
snooze team. Like we can just move on.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Yeah.
I really don't remember. All I know is that I had him beat on game 2 when I was a game up. I had him beat on like turn 3, and then he just took his Switch out of the dock and walked away. I was like, whatever. But yeah.
Round 10, your opponent's name was Isaac Fock. If I had that name, I'd just rock up and like, prepare to get fucked.
I know, right? I saw that name. I'm like, this is sick.
This is like, there's so much branding opportunity here.
That is sick.
No, literally.
It's the Tang 6.
I thought the same thing.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. See, finally we've got someone who appreciates my humor on this podcast.
Isaac does fuck because he did beat Triple Reggie round 9, so he was feeling confident.
He was in the zone.
Okay.
He was fucking left, right, and center.
I feel like my last name gives some room for play on words as well. I should look into that.
Yeah,
We haven't gone that route yet, but give us time. The interview's not over yet. We can still go there.
But yeah, what round are we on?
10 against Isaac Fock.
Tang 6.
Isaac Fock, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What did he bring?
Good question. You tell us.
You were there.
Drago, Goldengo. So I'm imagining one of them came.
Oh, yeah. It was, sorry, what is the team again? What'd you say it was?
Halflame, Tornadus, Golden Go, Rillaboom, Urshifu, and Reggie Drago.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Meet the Fockers.
I don't think he brought Drago ever into me for some reason. I kind of was expecting it. Actually, no, he brought it game 2, I think. But it was in the back. I know I got a Zoroark kill on him. I'm pretty sure it was also in game 2. So God, the game 2 Zoroark allegations, y'all were right. I do this every time. Fuck.
Yeah.
Game 1, I know I won pretty handily. I think I just led. I think he didn't lead Torn, and I led Drago and just kind of blew him up from there. And then game 2, he led Gold, and I think he Terra'd immediately. Actually, I know he Terra'd immediately, and I protected with Zoroark, I think. He went for like Tailwind plus... Or wait, maybe I led... No. I think one of the games against Gold, it Terra Steeled, and I had Urshifu on the field, and the Make It Rain didn't do that much. We may have gone to game 3, and that's when I used Zoroark. I know that I did at one point, and I got a big advantage over him, and then kind of won the game from there. Yeah. I mean, honestly, the sets on day 2 that weren't top cut are not like the ones that stand out to me, to be honest. There was just so much going on that day.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah.
All right, we can just skip over Yoav's set then. Don't worry about him.
Well, we probably should mention...
Okay, no, I remember this a bit better.
Yeah, so you had to play the Auckland Special Olympics gold medalist.
Who thinks he can beat me in a submission match?
Yeah, so he likes to talk... Auckland Special Olympics gold medal winner, yeah. Yoav Reuven with a garbage... He ran it with a garbage team of Grassy Seed Gapdos.
He brought a real team. First of all, though, we wanted to know, because he's a bit of a shit talker as well, and he was...
I've not talked to him much.
We had him on, go back and listen to last week's episode of the O2 Drop. We had him on for an interview.
He loves to yap.
And He was talking about how he'd beat all the O2 Drop panelists in an MMA match. So I just wanted to know, like, if you had to throw down with Yoav in an MMA fight, like, how do you think it would go down?
I think I could take him. He's like as tall as me, but
True.
I don't
Do you
know.
have like a technique you think you'd implement?
I don't know. I just think gay people can fight.
We fight
Right,
dirty,
like-
right? Like, we're not afraid to just like
Yeah,
kick
literally.
you really hard in the
Like
balls or
we all
something.
got bullied in high school, or most of us did. So like we know how to fight.
Fair.
Yeah. You hear that, Yoav? Fuck you.
It's the unresolved trauma that gives us extra strength.
Mhm. It's like a fight or flight thing. Like, we will just, self-preservation mode.
Get
We
a
will-
+1 in a battle.
yeah. It's true.
Yeah, we've got like Intrepid Sword. we've got pre-nerf Intrepid Sword.
Hell yeah.
Intrepid gayness.
But you did say you remember the set.
Yeah. So back to Pokemon just momentarily.
Yeah, no, I honestly, I'd like briefly glanced at his team from Auckland, and one of the mons that I was genuinely worried about playing this weekend was Ting Lu, specifically Terra Fairy Ting Lu, which I know he was running in Auckland. Even more specifically, Terra Fairy Rocky Helmet Ting Lu, which is what he had. And so I was like matching up to him, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to play that Ting Lu shit. And then I see that it's Bolt Balance. I'm like, oh, thank God. I'm like, this is totally fine. And so I don't think I ever brought Zoroark versus him, but I remember just leading Reggie Drake. I won game 1 pretty handily, I think. It was just a sort of lead Reggie Drago, blow everything up. He didn't lead Bolt. Bolt was in the back. And like, if you don't lead Bolt and immediately Terra Fairy, you're already in a rough spot. And it's like, even if you do lead Bolt and Terra Fairy, you get one attack off, and then whatever attack you used, I encore you into it, and then I bring in Gambit or something, like, and then Ironhead you. So it's like I remember he came, we were talking after the match briefly, and he was like, did you build this team specifically to like hard counter Bolt Balance? And I'm like, yeah, kind of.
Maybe.
So yeah, he said that it was really, really hard to play against for him. But yeah, I don't think I brought out Zoroark versus him, but I could be forgetting. But yeah, it was just a lot of in his position. He just had to position the Bolt like absolutely perfectly to even have a chance. Otherwise, Drago just blows everything up, and so it was just like I do feel like he was playing a bit from the back foot just from the matchup alone. It was just a very hard team to play against. Because you have to play around Drago, and then you also have to play around the fact that it might not be Drago, it might be Zoroark, and then what if you Terra Fairy the Bolt in front of that and then just get destroyed? Like, there's just so much that can go wrong, and like there's so much that can go wrong on any given turn, and it can just immediately lose the game against my team. But yeah, it was a really good set. It is funny that he's a shit talker. I love when people talk shit to me because I'll do it back. I love talking shit. That is like part of the reason why I love like competing and stuff so much. I literally was seeing a guy back when I was in uni, and he stopped seeing me because I talked so much shit when we would play like sports and stuff together. So yeah, I would love to talk some shit.
All right, noted.
If Yoav enjoys
we need to
that,
pair
so.
up again. Okay, in Melbourne, let's make sure we'll talk to the judges.
I would love to have some bands. That sounds fun.
I just love some good banter. Like, I don't know. It's not, I don't take anything that seriously, honestly. And I don't know, just talking shit like that.
Apart from what you wear, obviously.
It just makes it fun. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yes.
All right. So Yoav, Reuven, sorry, mate, didn't go back to back. Got farmed by someone who deliberately counter teamed you, apparently. I mean, it serves him right for running Bolt Balance. So,
yeah, I mean, look, I'm not saying that he deserves it for running Bolt Balance, but
he doesn't he doesn't not deserve it. Yeah. So
like if you run that standard of a team, you do deserve to get counter teamed.
Yeah.
Like that's yeah. So yeah.
I would have loved to have versed Bolt Balance in my match
I didn't
run.
verse one.
I versed one, and I smashed. My team was also slightly countered.
I'd made day 2, did not verse any. It was ridiculous.
I had Galarian wheezing,
you were ready.
I was ready.
Yeah.
I was ready to farm it all day, and I played one.
That's funny.
So asymmetrical top cut. Your first top cut was against Fan Zhang, big fan.
Yes.
Was this the speed boost of Thunderwave, Fluttermane with Choice Band, Hisuian, Arcanine? Is that team?
No, that was the top 4 game. This was Specs Flutter.
Ooh.
I think it was the one that was on stream, or the first game that was on stream. We did go to game 3. I think it was he had Flutter for sure, and I got him with Zoroark on game 3. Or was this the
No, Top Cut?
No.
Yeah, well, that was the Flutter Hark spam flinch.
Oh, it
stuff.
was. Yeah. No, yeah. Okay. So yeah, game 1 I won. I don't think he even brought Flutter, which I was like, what? I was shocked by that. I was like, how do you not bring Flutter into my team?
He was scared of the Zoroark. He was scared of the Zoroark.
He was scared of no, he was genuinely, he was scared of the Zoroark, which I was like, is it that scary? But apparently it is.
It is now.
So I didn't bring it. And then, I mean, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But yeah, game 2, he did lead Flutter, and I think I led Drago Whim again, and I did kind of just thud into it. But he didn't bring Arcanine that game either. And then game 3, to be honest, this was a pretty hard matchup for me, I thought, because I think he had Fairy Bolt as well. I could be wrong on that.
No, he did.
Yeah, he had Fairy AV Bolt. And so to be honest, this was like pretty much as bad of a matchup as it can get. Like AV Bolt with Thunderbolt specifically as a way to deal like good electric damage other than Thunderclap. Like the ones with Electro Web and Snarl are fine, but like specifically Thunderbolt, Terra Fairy, AV Bolt with Flutter, and I think he had Ogerpon as well with Follow Me. Like this was a really, really, really hard matchup for me. And so game 3, my mindset was literally like, okay, this is my first time on stream ever. This is a really hard matchup.
Don't fuck it up.
I'm just going to Hail Mary, Whimsicott Zoroark, and try and get Zoroark to do something hype on stream. And lo and behold, he leads Fluttermane Arcanine, and I'm literally like shitting my pants in my seat, being like, oh my god, this is about to fucking work. He's about to get baited so fucking hard here, and he's about to stay in with Flutter, try and click Icy Wind or T-Wave, and then Rock Slide after it. And he doesn't know that this is Zoroark because I've led Regidrago Whim both other games. And yeah, then he stayed in with Flutter. I went for Tailwind Shadow Ball, O-code the Flutter, lived the Rock Slide, and then the game was won from there because he didn't have Bolt in the back, and he did have Bolt in the back, but it still wasn't enough. I had all 4 of my Mons left versus 3, and then he had Choice Locked Arcanine into E-Speed. He had to switch an Ogerpon the next turn, and then I chipped a little bit with Hyper Voice. And then, yeah, just Dragon Energy Woodhammered into the Ogerpon the next turn. It failed the double protect, and then it was a 1v3 Bolt versus my entire team. And with Whimsicott still alive, it was just completely free. It was actually a 1v4 for Bolt. So, yeah, at that, honestly, after I got my little, like, stream moment with Zoroark, I was content. Like, I was completely content. I'm like, if anything, I don't care if I win, lose, whatever else happens in this tournament. I don't care because I got to have my Zoroark moment that I wanted on stream, which is literally what I wanted from the entire weekend. And that helps me relax a lot as well.
Have you gone back and watched the stream at all?
I did last night. Yeah, it was really funny because there were people in the chat at the start when I was like first getting on stream. There was like, why the fuck is he running Zoroark? Like Zoroark's terrible. And then I literally took a screenshot of it. Let me look on my phone right now to what the exact verbatim thing was said. Yeah. This is the same guy, by the way, in the Twitch chat. This is before I went on for the first game. He said, there's no shot that Zoroark actually works in Reg F. It's too slow now. And when I was made it to the finals, the same guy in the chat says, in all caps, Zoroark in the finals. This is so peak. I'm like, bitch, you.
Yeah. Bandwagon.
What a downer.
Like, fuck you, dude.
Name it. You feel free to name and shame.
Yeah, dox the Twitch user.
Yeah, average memer 57. Fuck you. No, I'm kidding. I don't care. I think it's funny. But no, I was watching that on the train home last night, like actually like laughing my ass off. People probably thought I was like psychotic on the train because I was actually like laughing out loud. No, it was really funny to watch back just because I don't know. People in the chat have so much to say, and I'm like, but you're like, one of us is in the top 16 of the regionals with a 0.2% usage Pokemon, and the other one is sitting at home. So, and you have a lot to say. So, like, I don't, like, I'm hearing a lot of negativity and a lot of,
armchair sports.
why are you making this play, or why are you doing this? And I'm like, okay, I'm doing this because
goat.
I'm here. And yeah, like, not to sound cocky, but like, because I've made it here doing this. Like, I clearly know what I'm doing. If I want to throw, then let me throw. Like, damn.
Yeah, he's his trademark. He likes to throw. Let him do it.
Game 2 is there to throw.
Can I not throw game 2 in peace? Damn.
Exactly.
I literally did it twice on stream. Like, damn.
I did watch that moment live as well, and it was so hype in the crowd. It was so good.
Immortalized forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
The throwing, like, talking about this has made me realize the throwing game 2 is actually so real. Like, holy shit. I always win game 1 and throw game 2. It's crazy.
I do expect the shirt in Melbourne. You need to wear it.
Yeah.
No, I need to do this. It needs to happen.
And then have like your logo just says pure bliss.
Nice.
Okay, so whenever you keep saying like, oh, but it wasn't enough, all I can think of is the Wolf Glick's famous like EOIC victory, like it wasn't enough. And that got me thinking.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, he's a big fan of Zoroark. You know, he famously brought that to Top Cutter regional with it. Has he reached out to you at all? Like,
I didn't know that.
Is he?
No, I haven't heard anything from him.
Oh, Wolfie, come on!
I saw that he made a video about it. I didn't watch the video. I usually I watched some of his videos, but I don't think I watched that one because I'd already watched the regional and I was like, okay, I mean, I already know what happens.
Yeah.
You're a better Zoroark player than him anyway, the way
that look, you said it, not me. No, I'm kidding. But no, the Zoroark that he was using, and like to use Zoroark and Reg H was like, it's hard to even say that it's the same Pokemon. Like his was like a speed control, like attack drop, taunt type of deal where like mine is literally there to pick up like one Oko on an important Pokemon and then trade. Like they're not doing the same thing really. Same concept, I guess. But yeah, it's hard to compare like apples and oranges there, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so we're into top 8. You have to come up against Joji Kaida.
Yes.
He's got such a sick name. I want to have a Yu-Gi-Oh name. It's like Seto Kaiba and like Yugi Moto.
He does have a really sick name. Like, you know, you see that name and you know that he's going to be like the fucking GOAT.
The final boss.
At Pokemon. He has a very cool name.
He does. And he also has a very uncool team, P2 Ursaluna. Bloody, I hate Amoongus as well. Give us the highlights of the Joji matchup.
Oh, so I'll do you one even better. Something even more uncool happened turn 1 of the match. So I led Gambit or Shifu into him because I was like very certain that he was going to lead P2 Ensign. And I kind of learned my lesson from the last time I played that. He was AV Ensign with Terra Grass. And turn 1, I'm like, I don't think you're going to click Fake Out because either of these, well, he knew Gambit wasn't going to be Zoroark because he gave me a Defiant boost, but like Urshifu could have very well been Zoroark. So I was like, you're never going to Fake Out the Urshifu. So like Surging Strikes into Ensign's like fairly safe. He goes for the turn 1 Terra Grass, which I was like, okay, that's fine. Not the end of the world. And I went for +1 attack from the Defiant Iron Head into P2 just to get a little bit of damage. I was like, if Trick Room goes up, it's fine. Like, worst case scenario, I thought from that turn was Terra Grass the Ensign plus U-turn, and then switch into the Ursaluna. Even then, it wouldn't be that bad for me because then, I mean, both of my Mons are at pretty high health. Like, Ursaluna's not threatening. It only can threaten an Oko onto one of my Mons, and I had Rilla in the back, and like it's pretty easy to stall out Trick Room against Ursaluna with this team between Terra flying on Gambit, like everything having Protect, basically. But anyways, so he went for Flare Blitz plus Ice Beam into Gambit. He gets the freeze on me, turn 1. But also the fact that Gambit lived Flare Blitz from AV Ensign into +1 special attack Ice Beam from Download Porygon 2 is crazy. But he did freeze me, unfortunately. After that point, I think he went for next turn. He went for I tried to Sucker Punch I think I tried to go for Sucker Punch into the P2 just to get some chip on it. But it didn't go off because I was still frozen. So basically I missed out on like 50 or 60% of damage onto the P2 because Gambit got frozen. I was in a bit of a sour mood as well because of it. I'm like, am I really getting hacked in top 8? But I played really well the rest of the game. He actually never clicked Trick Room because he had Torn and he didn't even have Ursaluna. He had Torn and what was the other? I think it was Rilla. He had Rilla, right?
No, he
He
had.
didn't bring Amoonguss.
Joji had what? Amoonguss, Torn, P2, Incin, Urshifu, and Ursa.
It was Urshifu.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Life Orb, Terra
Yeah,
Steel.
but so he had Ursh in the back. I think he did end up Terra stealing it. I'm 99% sure that I ended up actually no, I know what happened. He got several intimidates off onto my Urshifu. I think I literally kept it in every single turn of that game and just clicked Surging Strikes. I remember at the end of that game, my Surging Strikes PP was like 2 or 3. Like I'd clicked that move every single turn. It was like Surging Strike, because he had like his best switch into that move on the entire team is Amoonguss, and I knew he didn't have it. And his only other switch in is Terragrass Incin, which literally took almost half from my Surging Strikes. Max Attack Adamant. But yeah, so I actually was able to claw the game back and win that, which I was like, how the fuck did I win that with that bad of a turn 1 for me? And then game 2, I'm pretty certain that you're going to lead P2 Incin again, and so I'm going to try and call that out and go for Zoroark Regidrago and just go for the play that I said earlier, which is just the Dragon Energy Terrastellar Hyper Voice turn 1. And it didn't end up being that. It ended up being a really bad lead for me. It ended up being Torn plus Urshifu. And I led, I think I had it disguised as Urshifu, yeah. So I had Zoroark disguised as Urshifu next to Regidrago. And it was a terrible lead for me. I'm like, I know he's cooking Bleakwind because he's Sharp Beak, Torn. And I'm like, there's nothing I can really do about getting Bleakwind clicked on me here. So it's just like, I'm just going to go for like, fuck it, Hail Mary play and go for Terrastellar Hyper Voice and try and get some really big damage off onto both of these before they can attack. Because I was pretty confident that I outsped both, even though I was modest Zoroark. I was like, there's no way he's max speed on Tornadus on this team. And so I went for Terrastellar Hyper Voice. I actually crit the Tornadus turn 1 and brought the Urshifu down to like 5 or 10% of its HP. And then Urshifu went for, I can't remember. I think it went for CC into Drago. Yeah, it did. It did go for CC into Drago. And he had P2 Incin in the back. And honestly, after that point, it was pretty much over. Like, there's nothing he could really have done. So I basically just, past that point, I just kept Zoroark in for a while. It was still a little bit of a tricky end game that I definitely could have thrown, and somehow I didn't throw, even though it was game 2, which is like my favorite time to do that.
The game 2 Zoroark came also as well, just...
I know. Dude, I was doing all of my usual stuff except I didn't throw game 2.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you tried,
basically
by like the second or the third turn of the game, I had him down to just P2 Incin. And yeah, he got up Trick Room pretty early because he had fake out pressure from Incin. And then, yeah, I mean, past that point, it was basically just pivoting around and using Protect to stall out the Trick Room while also not taking too much from the P2 and the Incin. After a while, like with 2 or 3 turns left of Trick Room, he ended up Terraflying the P2. And this is also why I'm not falling for the bulky Urshifu propaganda. Urshifu lived a Terra-flying Terra Blast from full. Granted, he didn't have the special attack boost, but it fucking lived. I have 4 Spit F. That's it. So yeah, I don't want to hear that I should have been running bulky Urshifu from anyone. Fuck that. But yeah, basically, I positioned to where in the end game I would have Terrastellar Zoroark next to Urshifu on the field, and he had already Terra'd. And so basically my end game, and Trick Room had just expired, so my end game was to just Surging Strikes the Incin, KO it,
and then just spam Terra Stellar Terra Blast into the P2, and it couldn't out damage or out recover that. So yeah,
Nice.
that was that. The crit on Hyper Voice on Torn was extremely fortunate. But yeah.
Okay, and that's how
to win game 2.
you beat the final boss. Well, game 3 you won as well. All right, let's go to top.
Yeah.
Is there anything interesting that happened in game 3?
No, we didn't go to game 3.
Oh yeah, 2-0. Yeah, of course. You didn't forget. Sorry, I'm so used to you throwing game 2.
Yeah, I was like, I thought you were like making a joke. I'm like, we didn't go to game 3.
Sorry, yeah, you can condition to me just like you with your opponents with the Zoroark trick.
You just assumed that I threw in game 2.
I did, yeah. Am I saying this right? Yuxiang Peng. I apologize, Yuxiang, if I said that wrong.
I think it's Yuzhang.
Thank you. Usually Joel, the host, is mispronouncing
point,
stuff.
The only name I played was people named Yuzhang. So
Yeah.
But you had back-to-back Yuzhang. You had like a Yuzhang sandwich. The first
Wang sandwich.
the first Yuzhang was Rigoraf Saluna, like a mixed rune team. Anything spicy?
I don't think I've been cocky up until this point. But I will say I do think I kind of put on a clinic on the stream on this game. I watched back the VOD for this and I was like, wow, this was like,
wow, I look good.
Absolute domination for 2 games. Like it was this game I can watch back and confidently say that this is the best I've ever played. And even he made a post about it on Twitter afterwards and he was like, this was a really good run, but like, we're not going to talk about what happened on stream. I'm like, thank you for acknowledging the fact that this was like me playing very, very well and reading like, and I'm not saying this to be like reading him like a book. Like, it's just it is what happened. Like the game 1 was crazy because I think it was, what was the lead? This was the Specs Flutter. I remember what happened. So game 1, he led Torn plus Specs Flutter. I led Whimsicott or Shifu. And I was like, it's super safe turn 1 to just go Terra Fire on the Urshifu plus Surging Strikes into the Flutter. I'm going to expose myself really here. I know that I said that this was the best that I've ever played. I did not even look that he had Sunny Day on the Tornadus. And so he clicked that turn 1 and I was like, okay, it's probably still fine. I'm pretty sure I KO with Aqua Jet after the Surging Strikes, even in the sun. I'm pretty sure that like Surging was doing around 25% each hit. Jet is a little bit stronger than 1 Surging. So I think it would have killed regardless, but he went for Sunny Day plus Shadow Ball into the Urshifu. I still got the Surging Strikes off because I went for Tailwind, Terra Fire, Surging Strikes. But he was proto special attack, and he ended up OHKOing the Urshifu and burning my Terra turn 1. And I remember thinking in that time, I'm like, dude, that's an insane play because if that's Zoroark, then you literally instantly lose. And spoiler alert, that's what happened in game 2. But anyways, so past that point, I brought in my Gambit, and I knew that he knew that I could encore him into Sunny Day and just Sucker Punch the Flutter, which was Specs. I was a little bit worried that Farigiraf was lurking in the back. That would potentially block an encore or maybe block a Sucker Punch. And so I was like, I feel like if anything's going to switch into Farig, it's going to be probably the Torn, but it could also very well be the Flutter because it's Specs locked into Shadow Ball and I have Gambit on the field. So I was like, look, you know what? If he has Farig, he has Farig, but it's probably best to just guarantee the KO on Flutter by Moonblasting it with Whim. Like, I'll guaranteed live. Like, there's no way that he could there's basically no way that he could take out Whim before I get a Moonblast off into Flutter. So I'm like, look, I'm just going to go for Moonblast into Flutter, get rid of it because I had Drago in the back, get rid of it. And then I'll just like Kowtow into Torn to get some damage. And so I did that. The Torn switched into Ogerpon, Hearthflame, Moonblast KO'd the Flutter, and I get like 50% onto the Ogerpon. And the next turn he brings out Rillaboom, and the sun is also up during this, so I'm definitely scared of the Ogerpon. And I'm like, I feel like you I don't think he had high horsepower on Rillaboom. I'm pretty sure he was U-turn, but I could be wrong. And so basically I read him on that turn that he was going to go for Ivy Cudgel. And so I went for Helping Hand Sucker Punch because I was like, you're definitely faking out Whimsicott here to prevent like Sucker Punch from Moonblasts. I don't think you're going to anticipate the Helping Hand Sucker. And so I went for that. He Terra'd the Ogerpon. I'm not really sure why he did that. Like I think Cudgel in the Sun would have like overkilled Gambit for sure without it. And like my Terra had already been used, so I don't know. But regardless, he also used this. I don't know. But he also wasted his Terra, and I not O-code, but I picked off the Ogerpon from like 60% with Helping Hand Sucker Punch. And then past that point, it was a 2v3, and I had Gambit plus Whimsicott into Rillaboom plus Tornadus, and then he can't touch Gambit really, so it's like Gambit was just going to win, and so he forfeited. And then game 2, he led the same thing. I led the same thing, except it was Zoroark instead of Urshifu. Mostly because I was like, dude, if he makes that Shadow Ball Sunny Day play again, even if he just clicks Sunny Day period without terraing, he's like losing. And I was looking, it was on his POV on the stream, and he actually did click Dazzling Gleam the second game. But it was Zoroark. He still clicked Sunny Day, though, to live the Surging Strikes, which I agree with, but it was obviously a bit disrespectful to Zoroark.
The disrespect.
And so, yeah, I just went for... Yeah, there's no other way to describe it. I felt that Zoroark was being disrespected, and I took that personally.
And you read him like a book. The library was open.
Yeah.
Yes, the library... The library is now open. So I went for a Tailwind Shadow Ball, O-code the Flutter, and then he brought in Incin after that, and I'm like, now that you know it's Zoroark, I think you're just going to try and kill it with Knockoff, and I know that you think since I didn't actually Encore the Tornadus last game, that I'm not going to do it again, and so I clicked Encore in the Tornadus, and then he got encored into Tailwind. I got like a Hyper Voice off for a bit of damage, and then he KO'd Zoroark with Knockoff. And then turn 3 he forfeited, so
nice.
Done.
Has anyone else in top 4 of a regional made someone forfeit on turn 3?
I don't think so.
I want to know.
Yeah.
I think this might be the quickest format.
We do have fact checkers.
Yeah, we have an army of fact checkers, so we can get them.
Has anyone ever forfeited turn 3 in a top 4 regional? Fact check for us.
It might have been after turn 3, but I think it was it was on turn 3, I'm pretty sure.
We'll claim it.
Because turn 2 I encored him. Yeah, I don't know. Regardless, someone fact check that. I'm curious to know.
So at what point, right, so you just dominated someone in top 4. We can say that, all right? The library was open.
Yeah.
You read him like a book. And
yeah.
At what point are you thinking, holy shit, I'm going to win this regional? Like, at what point do you go from, oh, yeah, I could have been at the beach today and probably going to like do shit to, fuck, like I might actually win a regional championship today. Like,
and I might miss my flight home.
I mean,
yeah. Is it after
Dude,
was it before top 4, after top 4, in the final? Like, when did it sink in?
I think it was the point when I really thought that I had a good shot at it was because like my top 4 match, it finished obscenely fast. So there was a really long waiting period between my top 4 match and between when I actually played in finals. It was like well over an hour, I think. And so I was waiting on the other top 4 game to finish, and I knew that it was either between Bolt Balance or like another sort of Ursaluna Trick Room-y type deal. Yeah, and so I was rooting for the Bolt Balance because I'm actually quite good into it. I didn't know that it was Bolt Balance with Flutter Mane specifically, which makes it a little bit harder. But so once I found out that it was Bolt Balance that I was going to be playing in the finals, I remember telling some of the Queensland guys, like I was popping off about it. I was
standing literally like maybe one row behind you.
You were there,
you were like, oh, it's Bolt Balance. It's so good. Like you were like so excited.
Yeah, dude, because I was like, I'm in the finals, which is already fucking bonkers. But I'm also in the finals against one of my best matchups that I have been like doing so well against all day. And so I was just like, oh my God, like this is like actually possible. And then, yeah, like, honestly, watching back finals was like, it was so weird because I was playing so well up until like when I started second guessing myself partway through game two, like the classic game two throw started coming in. And then I pulled it back for game three, thankfully. Yeah. But like I look back at the game two set and I kind of still like game one. What was happening game one?
I think
game one, he didn't bring.
I think he just made
No,
better. You
actually,
made better reads in game one. He kind of played better in game two, and then game three, you made the better.
So,
sort of felt like.
So game one was the first time that I brought Zoroark in game one. It wasn't shown on stream because they missed like the first turn of the battle, which was
that's what I remember.
That's right,
It
yeah.
came in at like turn 3 and like what happened?
Yes. And so turn one of the battle, he led Fluttermane plus I think it was Rillaboom maybe. But anyways, so I went for Tailwind Shadow Ball because that's the only thing I ever click if there's a Fluttermane in front of me and I have Zoroark out. The Fluttermane actually lived it because he had to have been max HP or if he's not max HP then he has Spidef investment. But anyways, he lived it on like 2% or something, which is a roll. It's fine if he lives, and it was fine in this game too. But anyways, that happened turn one. He made kind of I disguised it as Urshifu, I think. No, what did I disguise it as? Maybe it was Gambit. I'm not sure. But anyways, he went for a bit of a interesting double up, I guess, to cover for Zoroark in that slot. He went for T-Wave, Terra Water Surging Strikes into that slot. Actually, I know it was disguised as Urshifu. So what he was fearing, I think, was some sort of like attack from Urshifu plus Moonblast into his own Sash Urshifu, which would have OHKO'd him. And so, yeah, that's why he did that. Some people on the stream were like, why did he waste Terra turn one? And I'm like, I actually agree with that, Terra. Like, I think that's perfectly reasonable. Either that or switch, but like, yeah. But yeah, the Shadow Ball didn't KO. I think I brought in my actual Urshifu after, which immediately just threatens to KO the Flutter. Picked it off pretty easily, and then I want to say he did have Bolt in the back, but since he'd already Terra'd, then Regidrago kind of just destroyed him from there. And so it was, pretty straightforward from that point. And then, game two, he led the same thing, Urshifu Flutter. I led the same thing visually. I led Whimsicott Urshifu, and I was immediately like, either Fluttermane's going to Terra, Fluttermane's going to switch. Like, there's no way you make that same Terra Urshifu play again, because I think he realized that if he ever Terras Urshifu, that Drago just rips him apart. And so I'm like, I am going to go for the play this time that he expected me to make last game, which was Aqua Jet plus Moonblast into the Urshifu. And lo and behold, he switches Flutter immediately, and I get an instant KO onto his Urshifu turn one. And I'm up 3v4 with no damage taken. And in perfect me fashion, I did find a way to throw this game still. And I was looking at the chat, watching the VOD back, and everyone in the chat's like, after the turn one play, they're like, GG, it's over.
I thought GG, like I watched, now that you're saying this back,
I thought too.
Yeah. I thought like, okay, like there's no way he can lose here. He's got 4 mons left, taken no damage. He made a, really hard call on the switch, whatever. Like it seemed
and
like
Flutter doesn't have booster anymore and stuff.
And you did what I did, where I threw so many games. I don't know. I was in winning positions so many times and just somehow managed to lose.
Yeah. The thing is, though, is the play that I guess would have been the throw part is when Whimsicott was on like, Whimsicott was on like probably 40 something percent health after taking a Wood Hammer. The Wood Hammer was going to 2-hit KO me for sure. And I was on like 40% health, and the next Wood Hammer would have KO'd, and I knew that the Raging Bolt had just protected the previous turn. And it had it was +1/+1 from Calm Mind. And he knew that I was pressuring the Encore into him, and he had Fluttermane in the back. And I was like, I would really like to conserve Whimsicott here. And I was honestly, the way that I play Whimsicott is I rarely click Encore because I always feel like the opponent's going to switch. I was, especially in the finals, I'm like, you're for sure switching to the Flutter. In hindsight, the right play there, what I ended up going for was switch switch Whimsicott into Regidrago at full health, tank the Woodhammer, take a bit of chip, and then Woodhammer into the Bolt, which I thought was going to Terra Fairy. The right play is to just double the Bolt with Encore Woodhammer. That covers the Flutter Switch. It covers... The only thing it doesn't cover is the double protect, which
he did do, didn't he?
Would have put me in a... He tried. It didn't work, but it puts me in a bit of a precarious position if that does happen. Everyone on stream, though, thought that I was playing around the double protect. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to play around the Switch. Or I thought I was playing around the Switch. Obviously, the Encore play would have still done that. So, like, yeah. So I guess, yeah. If the double protect had gone off, then I would have felt vindicated, because then the next turn I could have OHKO'd him with the double up that I tried. The next turn, I didn't think that he was going to protect or I thought that he was probably going to protect the Bolt again, because he just failed one. And lo and behold, he did. I was an idiot and tried to double him with Earth Power High Horsepower or Earth Power Woodhammer to KO him, regardless of if he terrored or not. I was pretty certain that the Rilla was going to switch into the Flutter as well. I don't know. My game 2 mindset, and maybe why I throw so much in game 2, is always to play safe. But then it's like, with a team like mine, especially when I'm in such an advantage, like in game 2, there's just no need for that, really. Like, it's so easy to say in hindsight, though. Like, you have to also realize that I am in finals way further than I've ever made it in a tournament. And I'm like shitting bricks. I'm nervous as hell. I'm like, I think I have the win here, but how do I close it out? And like, yeah. So there were definitely nerves too, but yeah. I had to show him the classic Drew play in the finals.
Yeah. You gotta get your trademark out there.
Yeah.
It's all right. You came back in game 3.
It's called branding.
Yeah, the pure bliss.
Yeah. But yeah, game 3. What happened in game 3? I believe he led Flutter again. Actually, I can't quite remember. Maybe he didn't bring Flutter in the first place. I believe I led Urshifu. I think. You
don't have to get the play-by-play details.
Yeah. Look,
you won.
Game 3 was a total blur, but what I do remember about game 3, and the one thing that I would change, it worked, don't get me wrong, but like there was one moment where I was hesitating whether to make a play or to not make a play. And it was in the final scenario when he had just protected Urshifu. Bolt was on the field with no boost. I had Rillaboom plus Urshifu plus Drago in the back, I believe. Yeah, plus Drago in the back. And the Urshifu already had its sash broken, and it was at -1. And I knew that he was going to have to go for a double protect there. But I went for Aqua Jet Grassy Glide into the Urshifu instead of CC plus Grassy Glide into the Urshifu, which I knew was the better play.
Yeah. Well, because you were yours. I wasn't sure who was faster, because he had Scarf, right, on his Urshifu.
No, it was Sash. It was Sash
okay.
Urshifu.
So yeah, because I was like,
so assuming he was adamant, it was probably a speed tie. Since he was at -1, I knew that the Grassy Glide probably just OHKO'd. Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, that was definitely the right play, because it was the last turn of Grassy Terrain as well. So had he hit that double protect on me that turn, I actually could have been in a really tough spot and maybe lost. But he didn't. And yeah, mind you, I will say one thing that I didn't bring up earlier in game 2, despite my poor plays around encoring the Bolt and stuff, he did para my Urshifu in that game, and I missed a crucial turn onto Fluttermane because of it, which would have almost certain... Or no, sorry. I missed a crucial close combat into Urshifu with it, which would have probably won me the game, because it would have put him in Woodhammer range, and then my Rilla would have lived for another turn, and then I would have had Drago in the back and against his... Even though the Bolt was at +2, I would have had like full health Drago in the back with... Or maybe... Oh, no, like I would have had like 70% health Drago in the back with Draco Meteor plus a follow-up from Rillaboom, and that would have closed the game out. So like, even despite my poor play in game 2, I did lose. I did lose partially because of that full para as well. So
Yeah.
But it happens.
Oh, it was so
And I
stressful
still won, so
watching
who
it.
cares?
Watching it live, like, because
Dude,
I was rooting for you.
I was stressed watching it back.
I wanted the Australian player to win. I wanted the Zoroark to win. I wanted the Regidrago to win. And like seeing like in game 2, watching that watching the Raging Bolt get those like free calm mines up, like 2 of them, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be a problem. I was like so stressed.
Yeah.
It's like, when is he going to thunderclap?
Yeah.
So I'm personally very glad you won game 3. It was a bit of a roller coaster.
And the crowd erupted as well.
Dude,
it was so funny that the stream was
stressed.
The stream was 1 minute.
The stream was so behind.
Yeah. So you stood up and we're all just like, what are you doing? Like, go back and like watch the, like, why are you not holding the controller? Push the buttons, watch the screen. We were all for it. Like, it was so funny.
Yeah. I was also a complete mess after that, and like everyone was just in the crowd cheering and all my friends were in the front and stuff. I was just like fucking crying my eyes out. It's just like, oh my God, this is like so insane. I cannot believe I just won. It's still crazy to even say that. Like, I know we've been talking about it for the last like 3 hours or whatever, but like it still doesn't seem real to me that I am a regional champion. Like, honestly.
Well, you are.
Yep.
I can confirm I was there.
Got the medal to prove it.
Yeah.
The
match. Thank you for freeing up another slot in the top 20 because people like Dan McGool here.
I'm so happy.
It was an amazing run. Have you been like, is anyone like big overseas names? Like, is Tub Takes trying to get you on their show? Like, what's the community reacting overseas like to you? You got these friend requests on Twitter.
I'm talking to some. I mean, I think I posted on Twitter once to post like the Giratina team. I use Twitter to like lurk on Stan Twitter. I'm like not on Pokemon Twitter really. But so I randomly, not randomly, I guess, but like I probably like 200 something people followed me on Twitter. I don't know what they're expecting. I like never post, but whatever. But yeah. And then I tweeted out my win thing. I just keep getting notifications about it on my phone, which is interesting.
She's a celebrity now.
I'm supposed to talk to someone. Yeah. Yeah. I'm supposed to talk to someone tomorrow. I can't remember. Let me see. It'll
be
Discord.
Pretty shit compared to this.
Brady? Yeah. He's going to hear this and be like, actually, I don't know. I'm kidding. Brady? VGC Corner?
Brady Smith.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's all right. We're friends with him.
Well, he's been on the show.
Yeah.
Just name drop us for. Can you name drop the O2 drop and say like, oh yeah, did anything the O2 drop?
Advertise for us.
Yeah. We need all the help we can get.
The only shit part is that I know that he's based in the US and he wants where I'm on at 1 tomorrow because I'm not working tomorrow because I'm moving houses. Granted, all my stuff fits in like 3 or 4 suitcases, so it's not going to be that hard. But I am kind of like, damn, like I need to like get up early tomorrow and move my shit so I can be ready to yap again at 1.
Look, we've refreshed your memory for you. You can just like smash it out tomorrow. Like you've remembered all the highlights.
Honestly, don't worry, I'll forget it all tonight.
Just remember, all right? Lose game 2, lead Zoroark, game 2, not game 1. All right, that's all you need. And that's the tournament run. We should probably, Dan, I don't know, do you reckon like we've gone way over time on this episode, so we'll probably do our tournament runs. What, you reckon next week, or we'll do it in bottom cut? What do you think?
We could do it next week. There's nothing big happening next weekend, right?
Nah, there's nothing in Europe.
Yeah, no.
For those of us, so I told all my opponents that I'd give them shout outs on the podcast this week. So if you're listening to hear your shout out because you played me or you played Dan or you played someone else from Perth that was wearing an O2 Drop t-shirt, we will get you shout outs. It'll just happen another week, or you could subscribe and we'll do it in the bottom cut. But I think apart from Drew, who obviously confirmed alpha gay, won the tournament. But we also need to shout out a few other people that obviously Yoav, friend of the show, came 6th. Dimitri Koziaris came 8th, great friend of the show. Matthew Robinson, also having a stellar season, came 11th. Well done, Matt. Dim and Kieran Singh, Melbourne Regional Champion from 2024. Yeah,
yes.
we'll go for.
Yes.
He and Dim had a battle, a Pokemon match in the
a money match
in the pub in the after party, and I bet on Kieran and lost, so I had to buy Matt a drink. Hope you enjoyed your beer, Matt. We also had Lewis Tan, 18th, friend of the show. Kieran Singh, fellow panelist, 21st. Isaac, aka Genesis, one of our subscribers, came 24th. Well done, mate. Timothy Nurse, friend of the show and fellow Perthian, came 26th. I won't say their teams. I will say Emery Joseph at 28th with Grand Bull does deserve a shout out.
I saw that. That's crazy.
AV Intimidate Grand Bull?
It was, yep.
That is cooking. And also had the Screamtail, Dragonite. The team was cooking.
He beat Dim, Sam Pandelis, and Pahul with it.
Yeah, Paul.
I saw that team and I'm like, AV Grand Bull cooks me.
Yeah,
it literally cooks my
what's your answer to that? Dodge the matchup.
Dude, look at my team and then look at AV Grand Bull. What do I do versus that?
Terrifying.
I literally cannot.
Do your best.
Terrified in close combat as well. It's so funny.
No, my one fairy answer fucking dies to CC.
Yeah.
Well, like literally, how do I beat it? I literally just lose. That's so crazy.
There you go, Emery. In an alternate reality, you were regional champion of Sydney. 29th place, subpar gay Diego Ferreira. Fellow Perthian, Brendan Robeson at 31st. Well done. I'm looking for like Perth people and people like that I want to shout out. Daniel Baguli, 40th place.
Thank you. That's me. The worst of the best, I was coined.
Yeah. You had AV Basculesian, right?
I did, yeah.
And Iron Hands. We'll talk about your team next week. There was some cooking there. Andy Brophy at 44th deserves a shout out, not for his team, but for the graphics on the stream.
They went like all over Twitter. That was so funny.
No offense, Drew, but the highlight of Sydney was actually the graphics between
the
rounds.
Horse racing.
The horse racing.
Oh, you mean, the horse racing? I agree.
That was people were popping while we were waiting like long time between rounds, like on the stream.
No, people were popping off harder for that than when I was getting Zoroark plays.
Yeah, I was cheering louder for Toad Squirrel in the horse race than I was for you when you won.
I'm pretty sure the creator of the horse race simulator also like retweeted that on Twitter. So that's really cool.
Oh my God.
It was huge. Nick Khan, Adidas fan, 45th place.
You missed Tobo as well, who came 35th.
Sorry, Tobo. 30. I didn't mean to miss you, mate. It wasn't deliberate. Friend of the show. Luke, ULE, who was top 4 in Auckland Special Olympics.
Yep.
46th place. Now, I want to give a shout out to William Pye, 47th place. I met him when I played him in Brisbane, and he's the inventor of the Reggie Drago team with the Reggie Drago. Sorry, when I say Reggie Drago team, the Reggie brothers team.
Reggies.
So you had Reggie Steele, Reggie Ice, Reggie Drago. Now, William Pye made this team. He got 47th, but he gave it to his mate from New Zealand, who I'm going to go find his name. Bear with me. It is Din Nguyen. He got given the team on Wednesday night before the regional, and then proceeded to go like 9-3 and got 10th place.
That's crazy.
And apparently Dim,
it's so crazy.
Dim knocked him out of top cut contention for their like winning into top 8. And Dim only won on we calculated at the bar afterwards. It was like 1 in 5,740 chance of winning that match. It was like some crazy crit, double crit, miss, flinch. I don't know what the hell it was. Confusion. There was some hacks. I didn't watch the game. I was busy.
Something with a Draco Meteor miss. I know that.
Yeah. The odds were, we did the odds and it was insane. Thank you for Timothy Nurse, by the way, who was in the bar with a calculator doing the autistic math for us. But yeah, no, Din like to take that team. I mean, that was apart from the Zoroark win. Twitter was like, they are cooking in Australia when you've got the Reggies like doing so well. I really want someone to bring this to EUIC.
I hope we see it.
Because that AV Reg Ice, William was talking about the character. It was like something like, it lives like a helping hand, Terra Dragon, Choice Specs Dragon Energy, or some shit like that.
Make it rain from Specs Goldengo isn't even a guaranteed 2-co on it. It's ridiculous.
Crazy. It's
crazy. It's insane.
I don't know.
That boy.
And then they had the Iron Defense Body Press, Reggie Steele. The whole team was just
I think that's
hilarious.
underexplored, but yeah.
Yeah.
That was big in the previous Reg F, I feel, but yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I mean, honestly, I could go all day I'm shouting people out. I'm down to 47. Anyone else I want to shout out? We'll get into the plebs. And Matt Slocum, 54th place. Matt Slocum, well done, fellow team builder in the group chat with me. Anyone else you want to shout out quickly, Dan?
Chris's sister, Claire. Big shout out to Claire.
Why does she wasn't even there. Scoot Easy, Scott Sellers in 70th place.
I'll shout out Scooteezy and Luke for being witness of the triple jackpot on the pokies the night before.
He won $1,280 on the pokies on Saturday night. I sat there and watched it happen with my own eyes.
It was with my membership card, and I feel like all my luck was wasted because day 2 I had bad RNG. Yeah,
you gave him all your luck. He run the Justin Tang 6 from Toronto with the Specs, Scott Engo and Reggie Drago Life Orb. But hopefully Joel posted this interview. But I interviewed.
He did. Yeah, he posted after. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Or it comes out tomorrow.
Today. He actually rips into Justin like, your God Engo spread is wrong. This is the correct EVs. Blah, blah, blah. I can't wait to see Justin react to that. That was hilarious. Maybe Scoot Easy needs to be in the Tang Gang team building group chat. Just putting that out there. Harry McCowidge, former caster, now turned mid player at 77th place. Well done.
You missed Oreo at 62nd.
I did. Oh God, he'll never fucking forgive me.
No.
Oreo 62nd. Orion Gunnell, well done. Team's boring, but bot balance. But you went 5-3. It was better than me. I will quickly also run the usage for Pokemon at Sydney. So I won't say anything boring, but there were 2 Cornupon in day 2. Sorry, 3 Reggie Drago in day 2, 2 Ting Lu, 2 Torkoal. But then also the one-ofs, there was
a Basculegion day 2.
There was a Basculegion day 2 by Dan Bagul. There was an Articuno, an Armarouge, a Komodo, a Corviknight, a Grand Bull, obviously the Zoroark, the Gyarados. There was Screamtail, Regice, Registeel, Entei. I was about to say Entei. What the hell's wrong with me? Entei. There was a diverse, meta game in Australia, and I think that
who the fuck would run Zoroark?
I know some dumb cunt. I don't know, but like
some dumb guy who throws game 2.
Always leads Zoroark game 2 as well.
Yeah, there's a bit of a correlation there. Like leads Zoroark game 2, loses game 2. Yeah, we need to put 2 and 2 together. But that's what I think. Like a lot of international players struggle when they come to Australia because it's just such a fucking you can't. I don't think you can prepare for. And it's just, and I
agree with that.
Trigger warning, TCG reference, but it's the same with TCG. Like we don't run meta decks, we don't run meta teams. Okay, yeah, there was a few people running Bolt Balance and Tang 6 and stuff like that, right? But the majority were in the kitchen.
Yeah,
and in TCG as well. Because like I know that we had a lot of Perth players that were playing TCG as well, and like you can't prepare for. You don't
everything.
You prepare all your lines. Like, yeah, I've got this line to the most common meta threats. You rock up and you're fucking in the trenches with fucking Regice and bloody Hisuian Zoroark. I mean,
yeah. And I talk to people and they're like, yeah, I built this team on a call with like 6 people that are like all top players, and I'm like, I built this team when I was stoned in my room at 3 a.m. Like. I'm not even joking.
That's the pure bliss team building.
Pure bliss.
Yes. Yes.
Well, the team was a good one, as has been proven after how many rounds is that? Like not 12 rounds, 11 rounds, then you'd play a symmetrical top card. So 15 rounds. I think it's not just a fraud. I think you've proven that Zoroark is
15 rounds and 10 in a row, which is wild.
All right, now you're just bragging.
Hey, it's no Juan
I was
Salerno.
down early.
Okay. Before we let you go, because it is about to hit 3 hours, I just want to smash out like 2 or 3 more guest questions because I'll get yelled at if I don't ask them. We ask every person this question, and I think this is the dumbest question in the world. Jamie Hodge, if you're listening.
It's a good question if they know the band.
It's a good question if they're over the age of 30.
How dare you?
But
I am not.
Yeah. What is your favorite song on the My Chemical Romance, the Black Parade album?
I don't know any songs on this album other than maybe Welcome to the Black Parade, which I'm assuming is surely on this album.
It is. Yeah, well, there you go. That is the answer.
Yeah. Let's lock it in.
Such a dumb question, honestly. I won't ask. Well, we usually ask people about megas, but what is your mega evolution that you're looking forward to most for using in champions when we eventually get it?
Ooh.
Yeah, your favorite upcoming mega. Because you've never played with megas before, have you? That was before your time. So this is like
only in singles. It's so hard to pick between two. In terms of what I think is going to be most viable that I want to use, I would say Lopunny. I think Lopunny with the Intimidate immunity from Scrappy and access to close combat now looks absolutely amazing. You basically have a fake out that you can't block. You have an amazing speed tier at 135. You have close combat, Mach Punch, quick attack, Thunder Wave, Encore, like an insanely deep move pool and a really great speed tier, decent bulk, and honestly a pretty nice typing as well. And Scrappy with a Scrappy fighting type into Goldengo sounds amazing. The other one would be Alakazam, but I feel like Delphox kind of just is going to be better than Zam. Maybe not, though. I will definitely still piddle around a bit with Zam, but yeah, if for serious competitive, yeah. I mean, look, for serious competitive picks, I would say Lopunny. For what I want to use and what is one of my favorite Pokemon, I would say Alakazam, because I think it's a lot better now, actually.
Yeah, no, totally. Like, I think a lot of the megas are going to have new roles that weren't available to them.
Yeah,
back in Gen 6.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to Mega Lopunny. Massive Lopunny fan.
I was just going to say there's a correlation with the gay community and Lopunny love.
We love Lopunny.
Yeah.
We do. I don't know. I don't know if I can get away with this question with you or not yet, but like we've actually asked guests before.
Go for it.
Lopunny or Judy Hopps? Who would you rather?
Lopunny.
Yeah. See. Thank you. Good answer.
But again, the gay community always goes with Lopunny for that question.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. And then the real like lads are like, where's like Lola Bunny?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Oh God.
I know. It's filth, Drew. I'm sorry to subject you to it, but like Lopunny is the correct answer. I have no idea why a subscriber wants to know this, but do you say anti-clockwise, counterclockwise, or Widdershins?
What the fuck is Widdershins?
I don't know. I think this person might be on drugs.
I say counterclockwise. I've never even heard the other two.
Okay, I say
IRL,
anti-clockwise.
mate.
Is this trolling?
He knows nothing about Pokemon. He just subscribes to support me.
He literally,
thanks, Ron.
Yeah, I have a friend, Harry, who's like who's a Survivor contestant, doesn't play Pokemon, doesn't listen to the podcast, just supports me. It's nice when you get people to do that. Yeah, so I say anti-clockwise, just for the record, and for those playing at home.
I've never heard Widdershins.
No, sorry. I just said, who the fuck says this? I've never heard it in my life.
Google Widdershins.
I literally did just Google it. I've never heard this term.
Actually, it's a good question we've got a Texan on the line. What the little coloured dot things on like fairy bread and donuts and stuff. What do you call them?
Sprinkles. I know y'all call them hundreds and thousands. Like I don't know what that. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
So you don't call them Jimmies?
No,
some
not
American
that either.
shit.
That I don't know.
Okay, all right.
They're sprinkles.
The sprinkles. All right. Well, there's been a hot contention on previous American guests, so just want you to know I didn't just come up with that. Then it is.
I'm the one who brought
British.
up Jimmy's, and then every American we've spoken to is like, "What the fuck is Jimmy?"
Yeah, because you're a fucktard.
I only know that though because I live here, so it's like.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of have an advantage there, you know?
Yeah, you've really embraced our culture.
Yeah.
Knowing our shit names for things. A last question I'll ask that was submitted by Wacko. He was from Georgia. Now he's moved to Florida. We do have some American listeners. He wants to know, do you find the cub chew booger that hangs out of its nose gross or cute?
Mm-hmm. Gross.
Okay. Team gross.
It's disgusting. Sorry.
Blow your nose, you little shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
it just gives me like.
It also implies like, does that mean that Beartic his beard is just made of like snot? Like, do we extrapolate?
Kind of.
Oh, that's disgusting.
To me, it gives like a little kid that like is like has a bunch of diseases and like sneezes into their hands and like rubs it on you. Like, get away from me.
It does look like an iPad kid. I will agree.
Yes. If I saw that in real life, I would want to kick it a little bit at least.
I went on a date with a guy once, Drew, that took me to his bedroom and showed me his like study desk. And he used to like obviously like sit at the desk and jerk off. And he had cum stalactites stuck to the underneath of the desk. They were like literally cum stalactites under the. It was the most revolt. Yeah, that's what now I think.
That is
of.
insane.
Yes, I know. He didn't get a second date though. If in case you're wondering.
Okay. Now that I'm thinking about that and Cub Chew, I actually really hate that.
I've ruined it forever for you.
Kick and curb stomp it now.
All right, Alistair submitted.
No.
Alistair Sandover, 3-time regional champion, submitted a couple of questions. Your favorite format, and if you're on death row, what's your last supper on your final day? He also asked you what your favorite team of all time that isn't yours. If you've got a quick answer for that, go for it. But also favorite format and your meal on death row.
Favorite format is probably Series 9 in Sword and Shield, the series that I was playing, the Naganadel team that I did in Players' Cup. That format was so much fun. Oh my God. Dynamax is my favorite mechanic. I know that's an unpopular mechanic. What am I saying? Opinion. Yeah, I really liked Dynamax.
Yeah.
I think now it's hard for it to return with Clear Amulet specifically. I think Clear Amulet with it would be completely busted. But yeah, I mean, Series 9 of Sword and Shield I felt was really balanced. I feel like there was a lot of room to innovate. And yeah, the team that I was piloting at the time was, this Naganadel Fake Tears Hyper Offense team. Also had Whimsicott. It was just such a blast to play, and it was so much fun. Like, honestly, it was such a fun format. But my death row meal,
It can be any time. It could be like breakfast, lunch, dinner, drink. Like, just give us what you'd eat on your last day.
Look, if it was going to be a meal that I could get from like a place, it would be like my just standard Chipotle order from the US. I'm a fiend for Chipotle. If it were something that I was going to like make or have made for me, it would probably be gumbo. I make really, really good gumbo, and I fucking love it. It's so good. And when I move into my new house finally tomorrow, I will be making it. So, yeah.
All right.
Probably,
I'm gonna pick at
those
this
are
gumbo.
probably my two answers.
Yeah. Freeze someone, bring it to Melbourne. I want some.
Yeah, I'll at you tomorrow for a pick of your gumbo.
I actually made it for a lot of the Queensland guys one time when I was having them over, so they can attest to that. It was very good.
Would your breakfast on your final day be a McGriddle and ice long black?
No, it would be a breakfast taco from Buc-ee's, which is like this gas station in Texas. It's like a massive gas station, though. It's like the size of a supermarket, and they have breakfast burritos there that are fucking amazing. I would definitely have one of those if it was my last breakfast.
These are such cliche answers. Like you can take the guy to Texas, but you can't take a Texan out of the guy.
No, look, if there's one thing other than like my family and my friends that I love from Texas, it is the food. I fucking love the food in Texas, and nowhere I've been. The only city that I've been to in the world that I feel like has as good food as in Texas was Mexico City.
See, I think
Mexico City was better. I'll give them that. Mexico City was.
I had one of the best steak of my life in Texas, I'm pretty sure, but I think there's too much Tex-Mex. I think Tex-Mex is a little bit plain Jane, but the men of Texas make up for it.
That's for sure.
If we can count the men as the part of the menu.
I don't know where you're going in Texas for these sexy men that I'm unable to find.
I met a guy called Lance on like a holiday, and I honestly was like ready to get down on one knee like after one night.
See, but it's so easy to do that when you're on vacation. Like there's a guy that I hung out with like several years ago in Europe that I still like follow on Instagram and stuff. And every time I see him, I'm like, damn.
He probably still follows you too, don't worry.
He does, yeah. No, he definitely does. He liked my post when I won the regional the other day. Thank you.
He's still thinking about you.
Yeah.
Well, if you're listening, Drew makes a good gumbo. Maybe you should like pop over and have a holiday in Australia.
No, but it's so easy to like fall in love with a man that you know nothing about on vacation because you know nothing about them. I've fallen victim to it many times.
Don't know all the shit things about them. Comes out 6 months later.
Yeah, because men are trash.
Men are trash. It's agree. Yeah, that's why I stick to cats. So I think we need to wrap up because it's been 3 hours and 5 minutes, and you need to go to bed because you've got a big day tomorrow with a second interview with a subpar interviewer. Hi, Brady, if you're listening.
You said it, not me. I'm kidding.
Where can people find you? I mean, you said you don't really use Twitter that much, but like if people want to like support you, follow you, contact you, watch your content, where do they get you?
Look, I I am on Twitter at clearmom.com.
That sounds really confusing. It's .com the words, because I was trying to add you yesterday.
.com the word. Yeah. Look, it's a really niche reference to a really old YouTube poop, if people even know what a YouTube poop is. That's where the name came from. A bunch of people were asking me that. I'm like, do I need to show you this like YouTube poop from like 2014 with like 10,000 views that nobody's ever seen in their life? That's where the name comes from. Anyways, yeah, that's my Twitter handle, and I'm gonna probably make a proper YouTube channel and put out a report. It'll be under at clearmom.com as well. So stay tuned. I'll post it on Twitter as well. So just follow me on Twitter.
All right. And any last second shout outs to anyone, your Queensland fam and anyone else who helped you build the team or test the team, all that stuff?
No, I built it completely alone. So yeah.
Stoned at 3 a.m.
I literally that is not an exaggeration. I was up at my parents' house and I had this like really shitty dab pen that I bought from the gas station illegally. And yeah, I was like really stoned at 3 a.m. and I was like, what if I tried to build Zoroark again? And yeah, that was a great idea. So yeah.
All right. So he's shutting out himself.
Yes. Well, yes.
Farmer giving him Farmer the medal.
Yeah. He deserves it. Alpha Gay deserves his medal.
That's what our Photoshop shitpost is going to be. I'm going to Photoshop your face as you giving yourself a medal, Drew.
No,
it's going to be the championship Pokemon medal.
I want him dressed as Archie.
Oh my God.
I want him dressed as Archie, photoshopped as a pageant queen, accepting a crown and tiara. A tiara and a scepter.
How good do you think I'm at Photoshop?
Accepting a tiara and scepter from myself.
Yes. This is getting more convoluted. Dan, you're writing this down? Write this down.
Don't take notes. That's what regional champs do. Right?
Oh, you're not a regional champ. So anyway, if you have liked what you have heard on this episode and you want to hear more, we actually do have extra content, paid content. So for $3 a month, you gain access to our subscriber Discord, which is always a good time. More of this sort of humor, lots of good memes, and also team building skills. Like there's a lot of people that were in there helping each other for regionals, and we're doing my team Chris's summits. We do GC streams there. We do play Mafia games and Among Us. We do Limitless tours. So all the subscriber money does not go to us. We get paid fuck all. It literally Scoot Easy last week won $100 on a Limitless O2 drop Limitless tour. So we do,
He did take it straight to the roulette table and lost it.
He lost it on the roulette table, but he made it back on the pokies.
He did.
So we do that. What else do we do? We do
what? We fuck. No, why is it escaping me?
Draft. On stream?
Oh,
Pokemon
draft leagues.
On stream.
We do worlds.
For 3 tokens.
We do worlds drafts. We even post.
What am I subscribing to, like the OF or something?
Yeah.
No,
the only dance.
We do. In our Discord, there is very revealing photos of my mother from the 70s. It's a whole story. There's a lot of.
And his father. It's worth the $3 for the laugh.
Basically, there's a lot of O2 drop lore. So get amongst it. You can go to the o2drop.com and it'll take you to our Buzzsprout where you can subscribe for $3 a month. Dan, anything from you?
Thank you to Drew for coming on and talking shit with us for like 3 hours.
These fucking Americans. Shut up.
For this long. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, it's been a great time. It's good to speak to you more. Keen to speak more about Sydney next week as well. And thanks for listening, and shout out to your other sister, Molly.
Oh, get over my family. Jesus Christ. For me, shout out to everyone I met at regionals. I'll get to you next time we do we'll do our own recaps. They won't be as impressive, but I'll make sure they're as humorous. And yeah, just remember, hashtag through like Drew, hashtag pure bliss. Gotta get this marketing happening for you.
Wait. I have one more. Hashtag, what did the Queensland guys keep saying? Oh, based and Drew pilled. That one was funny.
Okay, and that hashtag that too.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Until next time, thank you so much, Drew, for giving us this interview. And hopefully we'll see you in Melbourne. We don't know what we'll be playing on, but apparently you'll be bringing Mega Low Punny on Champions, and I can't wait to lose to that in Swiss.
Yeah, and it's going to be nicknamed Judy Hops.
Yes. All right.
You heard it here first.
Until next time.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime.